at some I did this with John the other day too. I would talk to him for like a half hour before I started recording. I was just bullshit, and I'm like, oh, we should be recording this, and he's like, and then I kept going, and I hit record, and he's like, so is this the show? When are we starting? And I'm like,
Well, now we're recording, so that's good.
we started recording, so yes, this is the show.
Yeah, cool. How's it going, Aaron?
Did catch him really off guard because he was expecting a lot of ranty, and it was like, no, that's really not how these things go when I'm.
No, let's talk, man. I mean, come on. That's kind of where I'm at with everything. I've been off, for
I mean,
over a week now.
this is work.
Because I think my last podcast was Friday,
Yeah, it was, and
for the weather report. I guess Beer Dubs or whoever, Beardy guy, yeah, he took over this morning and did one.
Beardy Dubs. I forget what to do sometimes. Cody changes it. But yeah, well, his old handle cracked me up. So when he changed it to Beard Tucky, I was like, okay, that's cool.
And
So,
this is your guy, or this is Boomer guy?
uh, Cody's for me. Cody's.
Oh, Cody's from you. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I guess I'll claim him. He's
I still have yet to listen to those 2 episodes I hear that you guys have, but I'll get it there.
yeah, they're in
For sure.
the backlog somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it really is. It's just me and him like shooting the shit, and the episode was plagued with technical difficulties because he was in a hotel for work because he was up in he was in Michigan and he
Yeah.
lived in Kentucky. I mean, obviously he's got the Tucky in his name, but yeah, he was in Michigan for work, and it was like a Saturday, and he didn't have nothing to do, and I was like, yeah, we can record, why not? And so but it just plagued with technical difficulties the whole time. Like we had to restart the recording session like 4 times.
Oh, great. I might have to do that here, depending on how much
I have
bandwidth.
no,
How
not
much, it depends on how much bandwidth my daughter's sucking out of the system. So
yeah, but no, I don't think we'll have that issue because, like I said, he was on hotel Wi-Fi plus. I mean, it was that situation. It was things kept getting kind of janky and dropping. Plus, I was using different software at the time too. Like
oh, well.
there's a reason I sprung for the like pay to use Zoom. It's stable. It's not. Is it the best ideal thing for like streaming and shit? Not really, but I don't stream, so it's like if I did stream on a regular basis, I would think about
Yeah.
possibly changing services to something that has more streaming options.
Hmm.
But even Zoom, you can stream with Zoom. It's just a little more of a process. Like
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never played with Zoom because, of course, we're on StreamYard when we go on the weather report. So
yeah,
that's the StreamYard thing. And then, of course, the weathered view is totally off of X. And
yeah.
that one I haven't figured out yet, man. I'm telling you, the technology there, they really need to make it desktop friendly so that you can. I was chomping at the bit because I was awake every morning in time to do an episode if I wanted to do it.
Yeah, well,
But
I checked every morning for what it's worth. Uh, and then when Cody launched the one this morning, he was just like, he sent me the invite, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll hop on.
yeah.
So,
Well, I saw that, and he sparked me to do that picture that I did this morning. So the one with the duct tape on my face and saying, my vacation is almost over. So we're coming back. But that's always a fun. It's always a fun thing to do in the morning. Keeps everything in tune, man. Keeps the old vocal cords tuned up.
yeah, no, it's a fun little thing to do, but sorry, just trying to get this fucking minimized. There we go. Uh, it's
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 always something there.
7 o'clock on a Friday. I shouldn't be giving a shit about work right now.
I haven't gave a shit about working since before Friday.
I was I'm at 82, 83. Um, yeah, no, it's just we got something going on, and actually, I can talk about it. It's not like she's ever going to hear this. One of the gals, one of the dietitians, is expecting, and we're doing a surprise baby shower for.
Ah,
We're doing a brunch and baby shower. So
well, look
I mean,
at
the
you.
brunch part falls under my wheelhouse of responsibility.
Yeah, well, look at you, the little event coordinator.
Well, I'm not actually. I'm not. I just got an email that said, "Aaron, we're doing this food," and I'm like, "Okay," which
Yeah.
to a certain extent tells me a lot of like they trust my judgment apparently because I didn't get like a here's what we want, do this, do that. They just said we're doing a brunch for Barb on Monday.
Yeah.
Is this enough of a notice for you to get the food? And I was like, yeah, done. No, because they came to me about it yesterday and or
Yeah.
yesterday, no, Wednesday. Wednesday they said they were like,
Yeah.
is this enough notice to get food in for this? And I'm like, I have 80% of what we need in house already, but I had a delivery coming today, so I was like, I can tack a couple of things on there because if we're doing brunch, we got to do brunch right, which means it's gonna be breakfast and lunch.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
was like, I need to get bacon, I need to get sausage, I have eggs, I have French toast. Well, Texas toast. I'm gonna make French toast on Monday morning.
There you go. That's the best toast. It's the Texas toast.
Like I'm gonna do some like pierogies and Polish sausages because she's Polish. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna
Yeah.
pierogies and Polish sausages and sauerkraut.
Yeah. I like the Texas toast, man. The nice thick toast.
Oh yeah, that's I got a case and a half of that shit
Yeah.
because it was an error on my part. I needed it, so I ordered a case, and then I forgot that I ordered a case, so I ordered a case on my next delivery too. So
Okay.
I wound up
Well,
with two,
what?
two cases of
Yeah.
Texas toast, which is uh let's see, 48 loaves, and
Okay.
it's not like we're open for business or anything like that. I mean, I work in a test kitchen. I need like 2 loaves of the product, and it has to be the same product we're telling our clients to use. So I have to get it from our distributors. So I needed 2 loaves. I have 48, and it's like, well, what else can I do with this shit?
No.
So every time I get an excuse to pull a loaf or three out of the freezer, I'm more than happy to do it because I got very limited storage space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're having people. You know what we're having for dessert this week? Bread pudding. We're making bread pudding.
What I found out I've liked lately is that we shop at Costco all the time. So every time you go into Costco, you never get out of there for less than $300. But we went today and restocked up on our raisin bread. So they have some cool raisin bread there. Now you can go to Safeway or Albertsons or whatever your popular freaking store is there, and you get this raisin bread that's about what, a quarter inch thick, and yeah, real thin. Now these ones at Costco, they're like, good half inch, 3/4 inch thick. I'm telling you what, that's some good freaking raisin
I got
bread.
to go to Costco tomorrow.
Yeah.
Normally, I would do it on Friday on my way home, but I was like, I'm late. I got to get there. I told Bruce I'd get it to him around 5:30. Fuck me
I could have
running.
done this anytime.
And well, it's just like today was just a pisser. Today was just kicking the nuts after kicking the nuts after kicking the nuts. It was just,
Mhm.
I mean, 90% of the time, I don't complain about my job. I like my job for being a chef and having you know missing a lot of stuff when my kid was growing up because working weird hours
Yeah,
and
chef sours are weird.
I have a corporate gig now. I have a Monday through Friday, no weekends, no holidays. Very rarely am I there past 5:30, 6 o'clock. I mean, and I'll be honest, half the time if I'm there past 5:30, it's because I decided to be there, not because I have to be there, but because I'm just trying to get a jump on the next day's shit,
Mm.
or I took a little extra time getting something done. It's not like I have to be there because other people. Now, granted, like when we have clients coming in to like review their menus and like once a year ownership from all the different companies that contract through us will come in, and then I make them examples of what's coming up off their next menu cycle, like so they can see this is how this is supposed to look. This is made with the exact same products that will be going into your facilities. This is how it will look when it's prepared properly. And me being the kind of guy I am, I pick all the shit that I'm going to get complaints about from the facilities. This is a crappy product. This recipe sucks. We don't want to make this. And that's the shit I make for their ownership. So when they start complaining like this is a shitty product, he can be like, "Well, we had it at the office and it was phenomenal. It was great." Like, no, it's only a shitty product if you have shitty people preparing it. So so I mean, granted, my skill set as opposed to the average like hourly cook's skill set is probably a pretty significant gap. That's why I'm an R&D chef and they're a fucking line cook. But
Yeah.
I mean, and not that I'm trying to shit on line cooks. I know some extremely talented and skilled line cooks that I've met over the years. I know some guys that are phenomenal cooks that just don't have the personality to deal with the chef aspect of things because
Right.
you can be a phenomenal cook and still be a terrible fucking chef because
Mm.
the higher up you get as a chef, the less actual fucking cooking you do.
Yeah.
But
My
you
my
still
goddaughter is a chef, and she's gone through the whole gamut of things that she's done. She's gone on her own. She works now for a hospital, and she's gone through the gamut. So she's gone through that holiday schedule and this and that, and now yeah, I think she's still working for the hospital now. But it's always something, with the chefs and stuff. But yeah, we have, I don't know if you guys, I guess the truck thing is really good there, the food trucks and stuff like that. So those kind of line cooks are pretty
I've
good. Some of
actually
them are really good.
I've got a good buddy of mine that I was working with right before the pandemic started that had a food truck, or well, a trailer, a food trailer, but it was a great trailer too. It was ironic because we met because we were working together at the place I was working before I got laid off.
Hmm.
And we just kept in touch after we got separated from work. And when we were there, we were working in without going into too much detail, just because I don't need my former employers getting harassed. But they did nothing wrong. They complied with what the government made them do.
Yeah.
But I was working in corporate services at that point and working at one of the refineries here. And every couple of years they do what's called a turnaround, where they shut the refinery down and repair certain parts of it where you can't be running while they're doing the repairs.
Right.
And that is literally 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts plus an 8-hour shift on the seventh day, because these guys are working 24/7 until the job's done for like a month and a half straight. So uh, the company, instead, because originally my boss at the time, his idea was we should rent a bunch of food trucks and we can send them out to the different locations so we can feed the guys on the cruise without them having to stop working for an hour to come back to the main cafe.
Hmm.
We'll stage all the food here and just serve it out of these food trucks, and the food trucks will be mobile. So if we need to evacuate, if something goes sideways, you just drive the fucking truck off. And his boss, the hires up in the company I was working for at the time, were like, no, we don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to buy these food trailers that are set up with, warmers in them and electricity and all, and each one had a generator and all this other shit. So we would go out there and, we would make all the food at the cafe just like we were going to do with the trucks. But instead, we had trailers that were towed out to all these different locations, which was convenient because it was a bigger amount of space in each one than you would have in a standard food truck, but it was inconvenient because there were fucking trailers and they had to be hooked up to trucks to move them.
Right.
And we only had like two company vans to transport all the food in. So basically, I would be in the kitchen prepping everything for like the first 2 hours of my shift. And then the overlap shift would work together for 2 hours. And then the day shift would go home because I was on the night shift crew because A, I'm a nighttime person anyway. And B, you got another $2 an hour for working the 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift.
Yeah, you always get that bump. You always get that bump pay, right?
Yeah, so I was like, hell yeah, give me the bump pay too. I mean, I made like at the time I did the math. It was something I made like 48 grand in
Wow.
2 months.
Oh,
Uh like 10 weeks, whatever.
nice.
With all
That'll work.
between the shift premium and the overtime because I was working like just under 80 hours a week. It was like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Making
What do you think?
$10,000 a month. I'm not gonna bitch.
What do you think about food trucks?
I think food trucks can be great. I mean, I've gotten some phenomenal food out of food trucks. Um, I was kind of debating before I got my current job. I was debating buying one myself. Like I was starting to price them out, and like looking at all the licensing and all that shit. And like I said, my buddy from the whole point of the whole thing about work was when the plant closed down for COVID, the company was like, well, we're stuck with all these brand new food service trailers that we just bought.
Hmm.
And they told my boss to liquidate them.
Oh,
He didn't talk to me in time, or I would have tried really hard to buy because there were four big ones that I think he sold for like 3 grand a piece, which
oh,
is,
wow. That's
yeah, no,
cheap.
these were like $30,000 trailers. They
Yeah,
were
that's cheap, dude.
$1 because they just wanted to liquid. They just wanted them gone. They didn't want to have to
Yes.
store them. They didn't want to deal with it. They were like, just get rid of them. We made our money
Wow.
back on these already, hand over fist, because we had a captive audience. We were selling them stuff. And they would love the prices on everything. The prices were still a good deal for the food they were getting, but the company made its money in spades. So,
Yeah. I would imagine in Illinois is a lot like California with the regulations and
oh yeah, no,
everything
that
as
that
food trucks.
that's what kept me from doing it.
Yeah.
Was when I started looking at all the licensing and all the other shit I had to do. I was like, nope, fuck this. It's not worth the headache. And then
In my
I got the phone call about my current job, and I was like, oh, I got a really good job offer, and I don't have to deal with all this. But yeah, no.
yeah.
So
Yeah, in my
go help my
intelligence city, in my intelligence city of Gilroy, they have now enforced a street vendor and food truck regulation that pretty much pushes them out of the city because of the trashy ass restaurants that won't upgrade anything here in our town. They're trying to revitalize the downtown by painting murals and making the alleyways all nicey and we got a food alley and stuff like that, but nope, but the food is crap. I can't tell you of like any any restaurant that's downtown. I haven't liked any of it. I mean, it's all off of the main drag. I go to this one place called Victoria's. They got fantastic Mexican food. Any place else downtown is just it's just not good, and the service is slow. Service has been getting slow anyway, but for the most part, they're getting. I made a comment on my city website, and I said, "Look, I says if the food trucks are making more money than you because of their good food, I'm like, why don't you guys freaking move your stuff out to the freaking sidewalk and grab some of the action, right? If
set
you're
up a
so
fucking
good,
if you can compete.
yeah, they can't compete. I mean, that's the thing. But they're talking about compete. They can't compete because they don't have the same regulations. They got to get the permits. You got to get this. You got to get that.
Be a fucking river. Those trucks are permitted too. I mean, granted, there's always those guys that aren't permitted, and
Yeah,
but I mean, 8 times out of 10, they're not. It's still good. It's just
yeah,
they
yeah.
just
That's
didn't
what
fill
I'm
out the
saying.
paperwork.
Yeah.
But
So what a couple of people have done to combat that. There's some property owners around here that have taken some of their properties. Say they have like 10 or 15 acre properties. They'll gravel off an acre and just make it a private little lot, and they'll bring the food trucks in, and that's where people go on their way home. And it's perfect because it's a perfect location, right off the freeway, about 100 feet down the road. Boom, you can get anything you want. You don't even have to go downtown now.
that's beautiful. See, I that's the kind of stuff that makes me happy. Like that's honestly what I was thinking about doing. And I was like,
Yeah,
and like the funny thing is, because Shauna was asking me, she's like, well, what are you gonna do if you decide to get a food truck? Because she's like, I know you like working with Jerry. Why don't you just go work with him on his? I'm like, because that's working with somebody. I want my own. If I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be Aaron's fucking deal. And my buddy Jerry, like, God bless him, he did a lot of work setting his up. He bought one of the trailers from the company, and but he didn't buy the one I wanted to buy because there were like there were four full size ones and there was one little like half size one. It was like 4x6. That's the one I wanted, right? My boss just basically didn't list that one because he wanted it. So,
yeah.
and he was like, he told the company just as they were getting ready like for the last shutdown day, he's like, look, I haven't gotten any bites on this one. I'll give you like $500 for it.
Well, I can see it now. The hangry gorilla. Come on, what do you think?
Yeah, but yeah, that's but I was gonna do just soup and sandwiches because I mean I can do a lot of culinary shit. I
Mhm.
have that skill set. I'm a for real chef. I went to school. I
Yeah.
paid my dues. I learned some shit.
Yep.
I make phenomenal fucking soups. I mean, I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass or anything. I'm not that flexible. But I make phenomenal fucking soups. Everybody loves my soups. They say the soups are fantastic. They say I make great. So I'm a badass saucier. But, I'm like, yeah, how often do I get to capitalize on that,
I
Of
don't know, man. We can have the debate on that, man. Do you crack the bones?
course.
Oh, cool, man. Because I got some people that go like, crack the bones. I'm like, yeah, you fucking crack the bones,
You
ass.
need to get
Because if
that
you don't
fucking
crack the bones, huh?
I get that fucking marrow out of there. It's
Yeah, shit. That's what makes the stock, man. Right?
stock comes from. You get them bones and you crack them bitches and you roast them off and then you boil them and then you strain it and then you reduce it and then you reduce it some more and then you reduce it
Yeah.
some more.
Yeah.
gelatin out of the bones, and then when you cool it off, and it basically turns into meat jello.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
make your soup.
Yes. Yes. There you are. And do you make your vegetable stock? Do you make your vegetable stock separate from your bone stock?
Why would you? Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
absolutely.
do. I
Yeah.
do. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I do when I make like it depends. It depends. I should. There's a caveat to this. Depends on what I'm making the stock for.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like if I'm making just plain bone broth because I just want bone broth, then it's just bone broth. It's
Okay.
exactly that.
Gotcha.
And then now if I'm making a soup base for a stock and it's going to be like a beef base or it's going to be a chicken base or it's going to be a vegetable base, then there will be vegetables cut in with these. But I start with my beef, my bone broth, and
Okay. You'll do it all at once then.
I into my secondary where I will boil off the vegetables like because I
Yeah.
make my vegetable stock out of trim, out of scraps, out of
Yeah. Yeah. I've kind of.
I don't
Yep.
make none of the I don't put no eaten vegetables in my stock. So I will,
I
but I
put
will take
the onion paper, the celery
onion
butts,
papers, fucking garlic skins,
celery butt, and
celery butts, fucking carrot peelings,
yes, 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 everything.
carrot
Yeah, I hear you.
tops, the whole anything. And
See, we could be partners, man. We could be partners.
can make this work. But so then I'll make my soup base out of that, and then I will take my ingredients and incorporate it into the soup. So it's I mean, for me, making soup is a labor of love, and it's like a 3 day fucking process.
Yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
making a really good soup, you know I put my heart, my soul, and a lot of fucking time into it. But you can taste it. That's the
yeah,
thing. You
yeah.
can tell.
Yes, yes.
But the other side of that is there's a lot of preparation. That means I'm not doing that shit all at once. I will make a batch of bone broth. And like I said, I reduce it to the point where it's damn near a demi glaze.
Mhm.
And then I will portion it up into like pints. I'm like,
Mhm.
this, the 4 inch
Yeah,
container.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, I have, sleeves of like the deli containers you can
Yeah,
get, like, when you get
yeah.
like egg drops or
The Chinese food
Chinese
container.
containers. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a shit ton of that stuff. So like I will make, 3 gallons of fucking bone broth, which started out as like 8 because that's just how Aaron works. It started out as a pot full of bones with 5 gallons of water on top of it. It came when I finally strain it off, it's about 2.5 gallons.
Yeah.
I reduce it down to 2 gallons, and then I make 8 pints
See.
or 16 pints out of it. And then I freeze those. So then when I want to make soup, I pull a pint out, and that 2 day process has already been completed. And then it's, I spend all day making my soup, so it's phenomenal when I decide to
Yeah,
actually.
we must be from the same gene pool. I mean, my gene pool's from Illinois, to tell you the truth, on my dad's side. So you
My,
can
my
look up look up a little town called Bath. So that's
Illinois. I
Bath, Illinois.
feel like I've been there, which
Yeah, you probably haven't, and if you
well,
did,
no,
if you
because you
didn't,
got to understand where my wife's family, because where my wife's family lives down south, we take like when we go to visit them, it's all back roads. We go through towns with populations of like 200. You know,
let me
there's just
pull up
there's,
Bath.
there's a town called Jeff, Goff, Jeff, and the
Yeah,
population I think last time we were there was like literally 150. I think that's what it said on the sign. Jeff, population 150.
yeah, Bath, Illinois, population 279.
There's a very real possibility, like I said, that I've driven through that town. Um, and the other thing about that is like I love it down south. There's some gorgeous places down there. The only problem is it's still in fucking Illinois. And because like Shauna sent me a link the other day. She's like, "What do you think about this place? It could be a retirement property." And I said, "It's in Illinois." She's like, "Yeah, but look at it. It's 8 acres and it's, a 3 bedroom farmhouse and it's only $298,000." I said, "It's still in fucking Illinois. It's in Southern Illinois. It's still in fucking Illinois."
Yeah, it's a river town. It's on Illinois Route 78.
Yeah, I've definitely been through it then because
Yeah,
taking
and
root.
it's overlooking the Illinois River. So
That sounds about right.
that's where the McGee's are from.
Don't think I've ever stopped there, but I'm pretty sure I've driven through it.
It's a hot little town. I'm telling you. Well, I remember when I was back there when I was a kid. I was probably 12 years old back there when I saw my uncle for the last time, And yeah, it was hot. It was muggy.
Oh no,
Uh,
everything on the river is just swampy as shit during the
we
summer.
I remember going out, and I remember they had some nets and stuff that we went out, and we were like waist deep in this mud trying to pull in these nets. How's that?
You dipping for crawfish?
I have no idea. All I know that there was a lot of fish and stuff that they pulled out of that net. So
Fish could be smelt, could be. I mean, shit. Sometimes people net fish for trout and stuff. I don't do it, but
not sure what it was, but like almost the whole damn town freaking showed up. I remember that. So it was a whole town event.
sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was a
That's
kid back in Wisconsin, back in Kenosha, when me and Jason were youngins, I used to live right on, like, literally right on the shore of Lake Michigan, and during the spring when the smelt would run, we'd go out and these big like 14 by 14 dip nets and just go out and catch nets full of smelt at the end.
yeah. I can see Jason doing it all by himself. So
Actually, no, I never went with Jason. It was just me and my brother and my dad. And the family.
Jason's a big enough, tough enough guy. It looks like he could just pull in a whole net all by
Oh
himself.
yeah, no, I'm not saying he couldn't.
Just out of pure determination, not because he could, but out of pure determination.
Because somebody told him he couldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest. I'll let you know a little, behind the scenes baseball. He's always been that way.
Jason's a good guy. I like Jason.
Wonderful guy. I mean, like I said, out of everybody, out of anybody I talked to today, I've probably known him the longest.
Yeah.
And I don't talk to him as much as I probably should. I'm not a very good friend. I'll be the first to admit it. I am very much a like. I talk to you guys in the morning on the show. I talk to people for this. I chat to people online. I don't pick up the fucking phone.
Yeah. I don't either.
I'm a terrible son. I don't call anybody.
I don't either. Tell you the truth. I mean, I went golfing with a buddy of mine. Yeah, I went golfing with a buddy of mine on Thursday for the first time in a long time. I had another buddy call me up and say, "Hey, happy birthday, man! I got this bottle of freaking Dom Perignon you gave me for my 50th birthday. Let's suck it down." I said, "Okay, well, let's do it on a golf date or something like that sometime in June. We'll get together. I think. I don't know. I hope so. But I don't really reach out to anybody, man. I'm kind of a loner, dude. It's just like that's what I do. I mean, I'm more engrossed in my garden and my podcasting and trying to get to my truck one of these days, but
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
That was last weekend for me. My kid and I worked on the pilot for good like 6 hours, 7 hours. It shouldn't have been that fucking long. I mean, considering what we did. But
Let's talk about that mustache, man. I'm seeing that you got the mustache going on, but it looks like it's turning down like the old weathered soul, dude.
I could do this. It's all just this part because it was getting too bushy, so I pulled this forward and trimmed it.
Okay.
It gets really curly.
I saw that the handlebar's gone.
It's still there. I just didn't wax it today.
Gotcha.
I got out of the shower. I was like conditioning this morning, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
So why not the Fu Manchu, dude? What do you?
I used to have a full Fu coming down here, but problem is I don't get good seal on my CPAP if I let this come in too thick.
Well.
So with this, actually, it's kind of funny when I go to bed. I like tuck this in, so I can still get a good seal around my mouth.
What's up with that little implant that they got now? I don't know what's it called.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about because somebody asked me if I was going to get it, and I was like, no, I'm
no.
Not. No, I don't trust it. That's what it comes down to. It's an implant. Yes, you turn it on with a remote from outside of your body. It's Bluetooth enabled. An EMP goes off, I die in my sleep. I mean, that's pretty much a given anyway. If I'm on a fucking CPAP. But I just I don't want something to be dependent on something inside my body that's mechanical until I get to the pacemaker point. And even that, I'm leery. I mean, my old man's got a pacemaker at this point. I was actually kind of freaked out when he told me about it a couple of years ago when he was getting one. I was like, fuck, really? Shit. No, I don't like that. That's bad. And he's like, it's really not that big a deal. Every once in a while, my heart skips a beat and it's just make sure it behaves.
I just got a thing from LifeScan. I don't know if you've ever heard of LifeScan before, But I looked them up, and the reviews are kind of mixed or something like that. What they do is they bring you in, they give you like these four different tests. They test your AFib, so they have blood pressure things on both your wrists and both your ankles, and they test your heart for a fibrillation or something like that. They also ultra scan you to see if you got plaque on your.
So yeah,
What's that?
I'm going in for an EKG in like a week.
Yeah. I thought I was going to do it, and I read all the reviews on it, and we're like, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do that.
No, I just I I I go to the cardiologist every 6 months. It's a whole thing for me.
Are we on the meds?
Yeah, if I'm on a bunch of meds,
Oh, okay.
it's it, it's kind of weird because going back like I don't know 6 years now, almost 7 years, or like right around the time I turned 40. When I hit like 35, I started gaining a lot of weight. Like I at the time I was executive chef at a athletic club in Chicago, right? So one of the fringe benefits of that job was I got to use the facility. So I would ride the train in Chicago every morning, get there at 6 a.m. I'd ride the 5 a.m. train. It takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get to the final destination. My building was literally attached to the train station, so I would get off the train, go in the elevator up to my floor, go
Hmm.
into the club. So I would go into the club, I would do an hour of cardio and then 45 minutes of lifting weights every morning. Every morning. Then take a shower, get dressed, and because I had a locker there to keep my uniforms in and stuff. So I would take a shower, get dressed, throw my workout clothes in because there was also laundry service. So I'd throw my workout clothes in the laundry bin,
All right.
and they would be clean for me the next morning when I got back to the office. And then after work, I would throw my uniforms in the same laundry service, put my street clothes back on, and go home. Usually after a steam, because after a long day, a steam's nice.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so I was literally working out 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and at the time I was in fairly decent shape, but I was still like 285 ish. I mean, I haven't been under 200 pounds since high school. I've always,
Yeah,
I mean,
I got married. I automatically gained 60 pounds. So
well, it's not even that. It's just the way I'm framed. I mean, you can't really tell because there's no scale for comparison. Jason's a little taller than me, but I'm a little broader than him. So
Jason's a big fucking guy.
I know.
When I met Jason, I went like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, man. Jason's a big dude. He really is, and
He's a fucking Russian spy, dude.
he's always been. Shit, you should have seen him in high school. Long hair, still big. You
He's a Russian freaking asset for some reason. I don't know.
there's a reason he and I both have the bald head now too. So I mean, I have long hair too. I'm not judging. It was the '90s.
Oh, I did too. I mean, I got I got the long hair too. I'm just chasing it backwards now. So I mean,
You still
I
have
don't
hair.
have that. I don't. Yeah, I still have hair. There we go. 65. So
But yeah, like I said, Jason's a big dude, and like he's taller than me, but I'm actually maybe about a half inch or so wider across than he is.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm I am a fucking. I mean, my shoulders are like 32 inches shoulder to shoulder.
Well, I
Certain
remember.
doors I have to turn sideways to walk through.
Yeah, I remember the first time that he told me he was going to go out to do something over at the gun range. That he was actually running around taking railroad ties everywhere. So I'm going like, God.
Thing I can totally see that. Motherfucker, I tell you.
Yeah, I
I
don't know,
love the
man.
guy though. He's good. Like I said, good dude. Always has been.
Yeah, yeah,
Although it was kind of funny. I mean, we like I said, we've known each other forever, and I'm sure we didn't always get along. But that's just being a guy too. I think.
yeah. Who does? Who does really?
I'm sure there were a couple of times where we probably got into some scuffles back in the day.
Yeah.
Nothing serious, just kind of like, well, we're bored, let's fight. But yeah,
Back in my days where I can tolerate that. I mean, that was always fun to slug it out with the
I mean that was
guys.
like grade school shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were probably some times where I needed my ass kicked. I guarantee I needed my ass kicked when I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, I have people to see me now that knew me back in high school, and they go like, "Holy shit, dude, you've grown." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm 230 now. I was like what, a buck 65 when you met me, you know." So
I
yeah,
think
When I got married, I was a buck 65 and 6'3", and 35 years later, I'm 230.
I think I was probably 230 senior year of high school,
Jeez.
but I was, basically I was leg pressing like 1,300 fucking pounds at that point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I always wanted to be 230, but I didn't want to be 230. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to be hauling around 230.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm I'm working on getting back into the 200s, so
Yeah.
that'll be a good when I get to that benchmark.
If I can get back down to 215, I think I'd be good. I got down to 205 one time about 10 years ago, and that just did not feel good at all.
I can get
And
my target right now is 275.
but right now I'm not working out. All I'm doing is in the morning is I'm going out barefooted to my backyard. I'm doing my stretches for about 20 minutes, and then that's what I'll do. And then I do walking. I walk about 8,000, 10,000 steps a day. That's basically what I'm doing. And I
That's
figured I'd get back
bad.
into the gym one of these days. But man, it's just everything's just when you get 65, brother, you get tired easy.
I mean, I believe it, but you got to use it or you lose it, right?
Yeah, you got to use it or you lose it. So at least I got the flexibility going because I don't want to be one hip away from a
I was
fucking
gonna say,
grave.
that's me. I've never been flexible. As a teenager, I wasn't flexible. I used to we'd be doing football stretches and somebody, we'd be doing like where you have a teammate pushing your leg back towards your head, and I'd
Oh,
have like another lineman pushing on my leg. Come on, quit resisting. I'm like, I'm not resisting. It
yeah,
doesn't go any fucking farther.
yeah.
But
I got somebody telling me you got to do burpees, man. You do
oh,
burpees. I'm like, fuck burpees, dude.
the third time burpees has come up for me today. I was talking to a gal at work today. We were talking about going to the gym because she's been working out a lot lately too, and she's like, "Yeah, I was doing burpees yesterday. I was proud of myself because I wasn't going to do them, and then I did them, and I did better than I thought I was going to." I was like, hey, I'm getting strong. I was like, "Good for you."
Good
And
for you.
burpees are the fucking devil. I'm not doing them.
I
Could
was
I
at
do them? I could probably do about 4 right now. That's about it.
the
I mean, I need to up my cardio because the last 2 weeks I've been so fucking bad. I've been like oversleeping every morning. I get into the gym late. I'm still on a fucking timeline, so it's like, I mean, I'll admit I kind of take advantage of the fact that I have ish in my schedule. Like I
yeah,
get there around 9ish, 9:30ish.
yeah, yeah.
I leave around
When,
5ish, maybe 5:30, sometimes
yeah.
6.
When you're on the show, I know when you're on the show, but
Well, no, I just mean in general. That's
you're
just
in the shower. You're in the
oh yeah.
shower.
So I'm on a timeline where it's like it's 8 o'clock here. I'm in the shower because I should already be on the road, but I stayed late to the gym because I was trying to get done. But so I've been like my cardio's been getting shaved off. Like, well, instead of a half hour, I'll do 20 minutes. Instead of 20 minutes, I'll do 10 minutes. And this
Yeah,
week I have not done a lick of fucking cardio all week. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm
yeah.
embarrassed. I'm gonna do like an hour tomorrow just to make up for it.
Oh. When you get to
But
65, now you're going to be looking for the T, dude. You're going to be looking for that testosterone boost to get back up to. I haven't done that yet, but I don't know, man. This
65, I'm 47. Doing it. I was kind of peeved because I had my endo like I'd go to a lot of doctors. Well, I was going to talk about that, but yeah, because I got a medical thing, and the long and the short of it is, even though I was working out 5 days a week, I started swelling up more or less. I started putting on,
gotcha.
and I was
Good.
like, I just wrote it off as I'm fucking 35. I must be slowing down. What actually was happening was I was apparently my thoracic cavity was filling up with fluids and all my tissues were retaining fluids.
Oh shit.
And I was starting to get lethargic because I was basically drowning in my own body.
Oh man, I think I remember you saying something
Yeah.
about this.
So,
Yeah.
I basically ignored it for like 4.5 years. I was just like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm just old and fat now. This is who I am now. I'm still on my feet 10 hours a day. I'm still pretty fucking strong. I'm just fat now. It's just who I am. And
Is this hormone based or what?
I have no fucking idea.
Really?
They ran every test in the book, and it's just kind of like, well, here you're going to be on Lasix forever.
Wow.
You're like they don't know why my body started doing that shit. Just they don't know. Because
The BP and everything is all right, or
yeah,
what's going on?
all of my blood work. I don't have high cholesterol.
Yeah.
Fucking miracle because genetically I'm way predisposed to cholesterol issues because on one side I got high cholesterol and on the other side I got high triglycerides.
Yeah.
I just got deemed officially diabetic year and a half ago, years,
Mm.
2 years ago.
Type 2, type 1?
Type 2, like,
Okay.
which is a miracle because there are a fuck ton of type 1 diabetics in my family on my mom's side. Like all of them, all of my uncles are diabetic. They're
Hmm.
all tall, skinny fuckers that are diabetic.
Right. Yeah. I got friends of mine that are skinny that they're diabetic.
Diabetic. It runs in the family. I
Wow.
didn't get diagnosed as a diabetic until I was 44.
Mm.
So, I mean, like, I dodged every fucking medical bullet in terms of every predisposed condition in my family. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high cholesterol. My good cholesterol is a little on the low side, but that's a dietary thing. I need to adjust what I eat better. I need more good fats. I don't
Yeah.
eat. I need more good fats. So, I need
So
more.
you're not keto or
No,
anything like that or
I,
anything
I,
like that. Are you a
it's
free eater? Are you a free? I'm kind of like a free eater, but I've been cleaning it up.
I eat pretty clean, all things being considered, but due to the nature of my job, I cannot do a specialized diet. It's not, I can't. I have to taste test products that encompass the entire spectrum of food because that is my fucking job.
Are you a carb freak?
I'm a carb junkie, actually.
I'm a carb fucking junkie, dude.
I,
I can't do it.
I
I
will, I
cannot do
will,
it.
I will take a nice piece of bread over a fucking candy bar any day of the week. You give me a good, fresh, crusty Italian bread and some
Oh,
butter. I will
oh,
eat an entire loaf just with a smile,
oh.
happy fat kid noise.
my
Oh,
wife my wife for my birthday was Wednesday, and my wife bought me the most chocolate moisty chocolate cake that you can ever think of. It was there. I ate it. She made banana bread, which is nothing but carbs and stuff like that. She hates carbs. I mean, she's really sensitive to carbs, but I
but she
love
was
them.
taking care of you. That's what.
Yeah, she's taking
That's.
care of me. I like the pastas. I like the donuts.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
I
oh,
was
oh, that's happiness. Happiness is a carb. Yeah,
happiness with a
that's
C.
my downfall. And that's the funny thing too is like I'm on Mangiano. I'm on a high dose of Mangiano.
Oh, okay.
I'm on that because of the diabetes. My endocrinologist wanted to get my diabetes under control, and she was like, "Oh, this will help with the weight loss too." And then at my last appointment, she's like, "Well, you're only down a little bit of weight, but you look like you lost a lot of weight." I'm like, "That's because it's all getting converted to muscle." Down like 6 pant sizes in the last year and a half.
Wow, that's good.
I went from wearing a size 52. The last pair of jeans I bought were a 42.
Nice.
I guess that's 5 sizes. I'm down 5 sizes in pants.
Okay.
So I'm proud of that fact. The fact that on a scale I still weigh over 300 pounds, but I'm down 5 fucking sizes. I
Let's
went
see.
from
I'm up.
wearing
Let's
a
see.
6X t-shirt to a 4X t-shirt. I'm happy. That's progress.
When I met my wife, yeah, when I met my wife, I was at 32. Then I went up to 34. Now I'm at 36, and I'm right at 36. That's all I'm going.
Yeah.
And now I'm into the stretchies. So when you buy the shorts, because my wife was all pissed off that I wear these crappy shorts around the house and stuff like that. She goes, "You can't wear them shorts out." So we
Right.
went out and bought shorts. You can't find freaking shorts anymore that aren't stretchies. I swear to God, dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Although I did find some like nice cheap ass shorts that they're like cargo shorts.
I got the Eddie Bowers from Costco.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got them at Costco.
Yeah, they were like $14.
Exactly. I was gonna say they're $14. They're comfortable as shit.
And she loves them. She loves them. She says they look good on me, and then she puts a little lotion on my knees so I'm not all ashy and shit. So yeah, she doesn't like ashy knees.
Yeah, well, I don't have to worry about that because I got these fucking medically prescribed compression socks because apparently my circulation got fucked
Oh,
up.
we talked about that. Yeah, I remember we talked about
But,
that.
yeah, but they're thigh highs, so nobody sees my knees.
Well,
Even
that's
when
all
I'm
right. Well, I mean,
wearing
come on.
shorts, I don't fucking care. I got no
Those
shame. Yeah,
those freaking Costco tube socks. Those Costco tube socks, they're fucking compression as shit, dude. I take those things off, and there's a ridge in my freaking calf.
that's compressed.
That's compressed. That's pretty
But
damn
I
compressed.
need the thigh high though, so that's
Yeah.
get them off Amazon. I was getting them at the medical supply store here in town, and I was like, I was paying out of pocket with my insurance. They were still like $75.
So if you had long shorts, you'd look like Chewy the Gangbanger, right?
Oh yeah, I get all kinds of choloed up. I do it for fun sometimes, just to laugh at myself. I got fucking headbands. I'll pull one down half over my. What's up, little puppet? Don't you look at me? My kids' friends look at me like I'm retarded. I mean, what is your dad doing? Like, oh, fool, you don't know,
Yeah,
man.
Holmes, what are
My
you
mama's
doing,
name is
Holmes?
Montez Holmes.
Holmes. I try to throw a little sound bite over to John Domingo the other day because my wife hates this one. She hates this old creepy Mexican thing. He goes, she hates that. Come here, little girl.
Let me get the
But it's great. I love it.
higher the socks, the downer the fool. Let's say.
You got it down, man. I think you could have been an American Me, right?
I spent a lot of time in my youth hanging out with various cultural individuals. Uh,
No.
yeah, I know that's hard to believe. I mean, I've made jokes about it, but it's the honest to God truth. My circle of friends growing up looked like a fucking after school special. Like, you got the Mexican guys, and the black guys, and a couple of
Were they the
tall
Coolie
white
High
guys.
guys? Were they the Coolie High? Remember Coolie High? I don't know.
Kind of. I mean, we were
I
just
don't
a
know.
bunch of
The
fucks that
Mayates, eh?
enjoyed each other's company, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Coolie High's a little bit before your time.
a
That's
little bit, but I still get the reference. So not that much, but
well, I know that the Dutchess and Jamingo were talking about all these classic movies, and I think I brought it up last week, and they
yeah,
kind
oh,
of
you
followed
kicked
up on
off
it.
you kicked the fucking hornet's nest with that one. Jesus.
I did, man. But I mean, I can't believe that John Jamingo, being a boomer he is, has not seen the Maltese Falcon. That is just that just
Yeah,
blows me away.
that's. I mean, yeah, it's not everybody's a bogey guy, you know.
I don't know. Have you seen the Maltese Falcon?
I have, so that's
How many times have you seen the Maltese Falcon?
two or three.
Yeah. I've seen it probably a billion times. I
It's a
mean, it's
good,
one of
it's
those
a
ones.
good movie. It's not that it's not.
Yeah.
Well, but on the other side of that coin, for a while, before I fully committed to chefing, I was running a video store for a while, like
Oh, okay. There you go.
managing one, kind of, sort of, like semi-officially. I had keys to the building and everything, so
Nice.
I had my own access code to the security thing. It was a mom and pop shop. They didn't really have a manager. It was like there was me, there were two cashiers, and then the owners. So
Pitch it to people that didn't rewind the tape and shit like that. It's just like, fuck, what you got?
motherfucker, I have bang, bang, fucking power rewinders. And then we would do dollar rentals on Tuesday.
Yeah. Millennials will never know. Millennials will never know about rewinding freaking a VHS tape.
Although my favorite thing about we would have Dollar Tuesday, we had this great scenario. There's this old guy. So we had a very large adult selection of VHS tapes.
Really? No. That little section that you're not supposed to be in.
Oh yeah,
The
no,
one
like it used to be in a back section behind some,
used to be in the backs behind the curtain.
but then it was too hard to monitor from where the register was. So instead, what they did was they took all the covers off all the movies and put them in a binder.
Yeah. It's the one that you look like this. You go in there and you're going in there and you get to the curtain and you go, somebody looking, and then you go in the curtain. Yeah, that one.
Kind of so instead of having the movies back there, all the movies were behind the counter, and we had a binder with all the titles on it. So you would go through the binder and pick out which one you wanted to have. Then you would have to come up to the register and ask for it. And I get A035.
What is the name of that, sir?
Backdoor Gangbang Volume 9. All right. Good for you, buddy.
Milf Busters.
And it would be stuff like that. And sometimes you get like a guy and his girlfriend, and they're both obviously like younger, and they just, you were doing something dirty. And I'd be like, there you go, fuckers. Go have fun fucking. I promise you're not going to be able to do any of this shit they do in this movie.
That was before Netflix and chill. It was what was it? Popcorn and fingering. I think that's what it was.
Like that. Popcorn and pop a can. I mean, it's just yeah. But we had this one guy. And on Tuesdays I would work the day shift, and it was like I said, it was new release day and it was dollar rental day, so you could get any movie in the store for $1. And every Tuesday, like clockwork, at 11:50, this old guy would come in. And when I say old, I mean like 70 something plus. I'm not sure how old he actually was, but he did the shuffle walk, the
Yeah,
10
the
minutes.
Tim Conway.
Yeah, took him 10 minutes to get from the door to the register. And every Tuesday he would come in and he would spend $1 and he would rent an adult film for about 45 minutes. He would go, he would take the movie, he would leave. About 40 minutes later, he'd come back and drop it off. And he would watch the
Bless that guy.
and he would come in week after week, and after he finished one movie, he would go to the next movie, and he was working his way through the catalog one tape at a time. He never went to look at the book; he would just change the number when he was finished with the tape.
He was keeping the pipes clean, man.
Well, it got to the point though where finally, at one point, I couldn't help myself anymore, and I had to ask him because, like, the first 150 tapes in the selection were pretty vanilla, pretty just guy on girl, 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 guy on three girls, three guys on one girl. I mean, there was some pretty hardcore stuff in there, but nothing like no gay stuff. I mean, there was some stuff, but to straight guys in the 90s, that wasn't gay. But I mean, no guy on guy stuff because that was just kind of weird to some people.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this guy, late 90s, he's in his fucking 80s or 90s. He's from a different time. I got to warn him before he gets to the gay shit. And so he was getting up there on the number because, like I said, he never looked at the book, so he didn't know what any of the titles were. He just went by the number, and he was working his way up the list. And I was like, "Look, I gotta say something here." As you're working your way through the catalog, and you're starting to get some of the more newer material here, some of the more common these days kind of things, just so you're aware. At some point, you might want to actually consider the titles and just. Unless you're into that shit, no judgment. I mean, I don't care what you're doing, but you come in here every Tuesday, you grab a movie, 40 minutes later, you bring it back. You do the same thing every week until you finish the movie. And then you go to the next tape. So I just got to warn you, you're getting to the point, there's going to be some hardcore gay shit coming up. I don't know if you're into that or not. I just want to warn you that's on the table at the rate you're going. But why every fucking Tuesday, man? And I'm like, it's a ritual at this point. If I don't see you, I get worried. And he's like, well, you see, on Tuesday, I take my wife and she gets her hair done. I drop her off. I stop here. I grab a film. I go home. I've got about 45 minutes until it's time to go pick her up. So I watch a little film. And I bring it to you. I know where I am on the film, and I bring it to you, and I come back, and I go get her, and I tell her she looks lovely. We go to lunch. And the next Tuesday, it's time to get her hair touched up again. And I drop her off, and I come in. And I was like, all right, dude, respect. I mean,
hey, dude's prostate's probably better than mine.
His prostate was clean as a whistle. He did not have butthole cancer at all when he died. I guarantee it. There's no way in hell he's still kicking. But that was 30 years ago, and he was 2 days older than Lincoln. So I'm really not. He's not around. But God bless him.
God bless him.
And and he was just so comfortable telling me that. And then he was like, "Yeah, if you could just let me know when we're getting to the fruity stuff, I'd appreciate that. I'm not. I like to look at a nice looking gal,
Yeah,
And then he went off on a tirade about bald pussy for a while, which was just slightly uncomfortable as a 19-year-old talking to a guy older than Jesus about fucking pubic hair.
And now you're having conversations at the counter.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is a little awkward. I had to ask. And he appreciates it because I'm not selling him any porn that's got two dudes in it. No sword fight with this fella. Then when I moved out of town and I left that job, I came back in to stop and say hi when I had come back to town to visit, and the gal who was running the register when I went in there, she's like, "Oh yeah, he still comes in, asks about you every time." I'm like, "Did you tell him I moved out of town?" She goes, "Yeah, we told him. He misses you."
He still comes. He still comes. He still comes. And he still comes.
He comes 2 or 3 times. I don't know. More power to him.
More power to him.
So, some of those tapes he was watching, I couldn't last 40 minutes. I'll tell you that.
We still have some VHS tapes laying around. We came across not too long ago. We've been having yard sales and stuff, and just yeah, they're still hanging around. My wife's like, "Should we get rid of these?" I'm like, "Do you have a VHS player?" She was like, "No." I'm like, "Then we need to get rid of them. You better just throw them away because nobody's gonna buy them."
Yeah, well, I got a few movies on VHS that I haven't been able to find on anything else.
Really? Okay.
But I also I don't have the VHS tapes anymore.
You know what I can't find
I have
anywhere
them, and
on any
I'll be
streaming
fucked if I
service?
know where they are.
I don't know if you remember the old original ABC miniseries Helter Skelter with the very old one with Buglios with the God, what was his name? I could look it up, but it's an old one. Came back. He came out in the late '70s, early
That's
'80s.
early 80s ish.
Yeah, it was called Helter Skelter.
You remember it? I mean,
Yeah,
I would have
and it
been
was
very young at the time, but it sounds like something my dad would be into.
yeah. Can't find that streaming at all. There's a couple of stuff things out there that I can't find streaming at all, but
Well, the thing that really kills me is there's a couple movies that I had on VHS, and I used to be really good at telling you the name of damn near anything. Like you could tell me,
Mhm.
"Eh, I'm looking for the movie that had that guy with the face in it, and I'd be able to figure it out. You know, that was a side effect of me working at the video store for as long as I did,
Right.
and just the way my brain is wired. Because I mean, not that I'm some like super genius or some shit, but I am I'm a little above your average motherfucker. Not I hate saying things like that because I feel like I'm trying to brag, and I'm really not. I'm just trying to set context here. The way my
Yeah,
brain used to work is, it was I could recall all kinds of pointless, useless shit.
I'm trying to look it up now.
Excuse me, which is actually one of the reasons why I'm trying to find these VHS tapes that I used to have
Yeah.
because there's a thing that happened when I was in grade school, um, back at the Catholic school me and Jason went to. Um, there was
It's like the Blues Brothers when I hear you guys say that.
dum dum. Yeah, pretty much. Had the fucking penguin incident happen.
Did you? You
Oh
have a
yeah, no,
thing?
I got whooped by a nun. It did happen uh, on the playground. Oddly enough,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you know any of these stars here, but Helter Skelter was a 1976 film, and it was starring George DeCenzo, Steve Railsback, and yeah, a bunch of other people that you probably don't even know. But yeah, it was like an ABC freaking miniseries or something like that, and it was just like you weren't supposed to watch it if you were a kid. I mean, that was one of those things that your kid, mom and dad would send you to bed, you know. So you got something to do, we're watching this, and it was a pretty interesting. I mean, I've seen some other Helter Skelter movies that has come out, later on. They're pretty bad. They're much more graphic than this one was, but you can't find this one at all.
standards have changed though.
Yeah, standards have changed.
Yeah, like I said, there's just some random like I said, some old random shit where it's like there's a movie and a couple of them I can't even think of the names to look for them. I vaguely remember what they're about, but every time I try and look online, it's just kind of like, no, you're on crack. And I'm like, you know,
There's all kinds of ones out there that you just can't see
I have a
anymore.
lot of like where some of it's like I swear to God, it's Mandela effect. I can't like there was one of I had a bunch of tapes of one specific comedian. Can't remember the fucking guy's name to say it. It was Dave something, and I can't think of what his fucking last name is. I have done every permeation of like Dave comedian and all of his bits that I can remember, and never found a single fucking clip anywhere on the internet. I'm like, I know I did not hallucinate like 4 tapes of fucking comedy. So
Well, it's amazing that you can't find a lot of stuff like, even though all the subscriptions that I have like Hulu, I have
yeah,
a
no,
dozen,
I need
I
to
have a dozen
merge
different
shit.
subscriptions.
I have
And
subscriptions. I mean, like, God, I could get on this high horse all fucking day. I'm still paying for cable, and I couldn't fucking tell you why because I couldn't tell you the last time I watched something on broadcast. Well, actually, no, I can tell you why.
why? Why do you have cable still? Why?
Because
Why?
with the way our house is set up, and it's set up as a duplex,
Right.
we live with my in-laws, and
Mhm.
we split everything down the middle, utilities, all that shit.
Right.
When I first moved out here, cable was actually not available at our house because the junction box for the area I was living in was at capacity, and there was no way to add another line to the service at the time. We moved to Wisconsin, and while I was up there, I had to have high speed internet for my job. So we had cable at our apartment, and I had high speed internet at the apartment. And my in laws were at my apartment like probably every other week, if not, you know. Like they would come and stay for 4 or 5 days because they're both retired and they didn't have shit else to do. My mother-in-law missed her grandson, and my father-in-law
Mhm.
liked coming up and watching ESPN Classic, and like my wife and my mother-in-law and Alex would go out and do shit, and he'd stay home and watch old Bulls games and shit. So
Everybody had a genre.
yeah, everybody had their thing, and they liked they liked the high speed internet access because they would use my computer while I was at work and shit. So I would then when I got downsized and we moved back to Illinois, and Alex was all kinds of upset because he didn't have his cartoon channel anymore, and I was not about to go back to having dial up. Like fuck
Right.
oh. So I convinced my in-laws. I was like, look, I'll pay the fucking bill, but we need to get cable for Alex and we need to get high speed for Aaron.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm not going backwards. It's 2008. I'm not going back to dial up. And while we were gone, the town we live in had expanded enough where there was another subdivision. So now there was another junction box, and so we could get cable.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, okay, and blah blah blah, and they got an introductory thing where you can get cable, phone, and internet for $150 or something like that, and we'll split that. It's fair. We'll split it. I'm like, it's $100. I don't care. But to get all the extra to get cable boxes for upstairs and downstairs, it bumped it up to like $150. And I was like, I don't even give a shit about the cable boxes. I don't watch TV. I don't care.
Right.
And I'm like, I can still hook my TV directly into the cable line and get the local channels, so I don't care. Well,
You never climbed the pole.
not that I will publicly admit. Um, but no, so and over the years, I have repeatedly told my in-laws, we can cancel the fucking cable. I don't watch it. I don't care. The bill has been steadily going up because I'm
Right.
a prick for a very significant
Oh,
amount of
yeah.
time. Problem is, the bill's in my father-in-law's name. For a very significant amount of time, customer service with Comcast thought Jerry sounded a lot like Aaron because I would call them. I mean, look, you motherfuckers, why is my bill going up another $50? This is bullshit. I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm an old man. I'm on fixed income, you motherfuckers. Oh, well, sir, we can adjust your rate. He won't do that shit. But at some point, he called them, and all of a sudden, they're like, two different men calling, claiming to be Jerry.
Oh. This is
But
Jerry Senior, Jerry Junior.
yeah, I'm like, oh no, this is Jerry Jr. I'm calling for you. You guys are fucking my dad. What the hell? But they're finally starting to come around to the idea of canceling it completely because
Right.
like my father-in-law still watches he watches Me Too, which you can get without the fucking cable. It's
Yeah.
an air channel.
Right. Yeah.
And he watches, like I said, old sports stuff.
You
And they've
know,
been watching like Fox and CNN a lot lately, which I'm not okay with. But I also
got to get him
I
off
was
that,
I
dude.
was I
Got to get him off of that.
yeah,
Give him
well,
some
the thing
truth
is
sermons.
when you turn on the parental controls and block all those channels and you don't tell them you did it because you don't want to have to hear about it, and then all of a sudden they call up the cable company and complain that they can't watch the news. Yeah, that kind of it bites you in the ass a little bit because it's like
A little bit. A
I,
little bit.
I have no idea how you got parental controls blocking you from all the news channels.
Yeah. I have no idea. I thought it must.
That's really weird. So, but yeah, so I'm like, look, I don't fucking care. We can cancel the cable today. It will not be any skin off my ass because I will have a Starlink set up here tomorrow.
Yeah. I watch live sports. That's all I do. And so we've got Hulu.
Yeah,
But the
that's
wife has that. The
I have
wife has to have
Hulu.
Discovery. The wife has to have Disney. The wife has to, have to have all those
Did
little.
convince the wife to let me cancel Disney because I was like, it's $15 a month and you watch one show. No, fuck it. But
No, I don't have no say about that.
I mean, it got to the point where I was just kind of like, all right, you need to pick your poisons because we're on a fucking budget here.
Yeah, that's true. And it keeps going up. I mean, they just raised my Hulu rate, and then they said, and then they told me the other day that your music channels are going away. I don't watch the music channels anyway, but they're taking content away, and they just raised the price. So I'm going like,
Here's the thing, though. My Hulu, I actually pay for it through my Spotify account.
okay,
Because if you buy Spotify Premium, you get Hulu.
do you get Hulu TV or just Hulu?
Hulu TV. Well, the
Oh,
service.
okay,
Service.
Yeah. So you get the you get the local channels and all
I
that shit.
get whatever I want to watch. So
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
$12 a month or whatever, and I get
Oh
Spotify.
shit, no, mine's more than that. Fuck no,
Yeah, no,
mine's like
well,
mine's
that's why
$100 a month, dude.
that's why I do it that way.
Yeah, in California, it's $100 a month, dude.
Ugh, ugh,
105,
ugh.
$105,
No, 11.99.
and then the internet's another $100.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit, my cable bill, my half of the cable bill is $175 a month right now
Holy cow! There you go.
because we have cable service, we have the extra tiers of cable service, so my father-in-law can watch his old school sports, and then we have the phone service, which that I have been arguing with my mother-in-law about that for almost 2 years because she does not understand Comcast including the phone line because she's like, well, we have to have a landline. What if the cell phones go out? I was like, when's the last time someone called the house that was not
Yes, yeah.
uh,
In fact, I don't even
not
think
a spam call?
they don't work here in California. No
Yeah.
copper line works.
Well, and that's the thing. It's not a copper line. That's what I was trying to explain to her. Like the physical line from the house, the Comcast guys cut it when they set the service up.
Yeah. There's no copper
They're not
line.
connected. It's not a landline. This is a VoIP protocol cell phone line. It is the internet. That's why when the internet goes out, the phone doesn't work.
Exactly.
You don't notice that is because nobody calls it. And it's like we're paying $70 a month for a phone nobody calls.
Yes.
It's like, well, what if there's an emergency? Then use your goddamn cell phone.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and besides, because I've been trying to push this whole Starlink thing for.
We're hosed, dude. If it ever goes down,
Oh, yeah.
we're hosed. I mean, unless you're protecting your shortwave, which
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
I
of
was
people
gonna
don't
say,
do.
I got a. Where'd I put it? I got a shortwave radio right here.
See, you're prepared. You got a little preparedness there.
Got a Baofeng shortwave radio. I got 2 of these actually because they were on sale. If something goes sideways, Shauna needs to be able to get a hold of me.
I could talk to me some Hooper and some.
Yeah, well, I don't go on to it ever. I mean, occasionally I'll sit there and passively listen, but I don't need to deal with. I mean, you want to talk about a fucking miserable fucking community? Shortwave radio operators, guys who are like, well, you don't have a license, we're gonna find you. Fuck you.
Find me.
Find me. I'm like,
Find
what?
me.
You sit in your house and try and triangulate my position based on my little ass handheld radio because I don't have a valid ham license, so I can't be on this frequency. You know what? First off, in the case of an emergency, those laws are suspended. So
Yes.
it can be used for emergency contact, which is why I have it. I don't talk on it because I don't want to hear this shit.
No.
But second off, fuck you. I mean, I want to sit here and say, I mean, because so many of these sanctimonious pricks, and and I'm saying this with every amount of contempt. If you hear this and you have a problem with it, you are the person I'm fucking talking about. Go ahead and get at me. But these self-righteous motherfuckers, you don't have a license. You're not a valid ham operator. You know what? Operate these nuts. I bought the radio for $50. I can use it if I want to. And you want to
say I needed a license. Did not say that I needed a license.
You want to kiss the boot and serve the fucking crown. If it pleases the crown, may I use my fucking radio on free airwaves that were designated way before the fucking licensing bureau ever fucking existed. And these, oh, well, we're going to come find you. Come find me. I fucking dare you. On my property trying to get me shit over a radio. Because I don't call the cops. You know what? Show up with an attitude. Show up with backup. Bring friends. I got a backhoe, motherfuckers.
Well, Adam Curry would have your back. He's a ham radio guy. So
I'm just saying. I mean, like I said, I don't have them for hobby usage. I have them for emergency usage.
Yeah, exactly.
Battery charged.
I mean,
I have like the ham operator's handbook. I actually got the Gorilla Guide to Baofeng Radio, which is what this is the Baofeng Radio. And that's actually a phenomenal book. It tells you all in understandable terms and practical English how to make this thing work in case of an emergency, how to set up a long range antenna, how to set up a short range antenna, how to, the kind of range you can use, what frequencies you can use in non-emergency situations, what frequencies you need a license to use, what frequencies exist for emergency radio.
Right.
Honestly, I got it as a scanner just on the off chance I'm coming to get a visit when I'm down here doing something.
Because you're on the list, we know.
I fucking guarantee I know I'm on a list. It's been confirmed. I'm not even concerned about it anymore. I know people that are in positions that required them to get background checks, and my name fucking came up. Well, how I know my name came up because they felt the need to reach out to me and tell me my fucking name came up. It's I mean, and it's for dumb shit I did 30 years ago. I don't even fucking care.
Well, of course. Of course.
I made some very public statements that were very critical of the fucking government because that's my right as an American citizen to say these bureaucratic fuckwads all need to suck a massive dick. I was not any more graceful about it when I was 18 than I am now. So
That's true.
the only
That's
difference is when I was 18, I was dumb enough to say it to a reporter.
That's wonderful. What do you think about this new COVID, man?
Fuck them. No, I'm not. We're not playing the COVID game again.
They're trying to
No,
play the COVID.
fuck them.
They're trying to play the COVID game again.
Of course they are. Trump's back in office. We got to have another pandemic. It's a super spreader event unless you're screaming Black Lives Matter and burning down a fucking Target.
Oh my gosh.
No,
You guys had
no.
it worse than anybody else. I mean, we had it pretty bad in California, but we did not have the
The
riots.
Midwest got shit on hard.
We did not have the riots. We didn't have any of that stuff. We just had the lockdowns and stuff like that. You guys got it both ways, in the butt, in the throat, everywhere.
Oh, no,
And
we
on
got
Sundays.
Eiffel Towered like a motherfucker. Now the funny thing is, where I live went back to non-compliance really fucking fast. They were like Pritzker started signing orders, and everybody everywhere around here was just like, "Fuck you," and
Yeah.
it's like when we kind of initially started talking back in the day here, and like I was talking to Jason about some stuff here and there before I really got rolling with my show, and Jason and I were talking about something. He's like, "Yeah, this masking shit is stupid." Because me and him were just talking one day. He's like, I go into places without a mask on all the time, and I dare people to say something to me and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "No, see, I take a much different approach. I've been masking up every time I go to the grocery store, every time I go to Walmart, but it's specifically because I'm acting like the biggest blue vein throbbing cock I can be." Because I'm masked up. I got a fucking hoodie on. I got a ski mask on, rolled up to just above my eyebrows in case I need to pull it down for some, extra hooliganism. And every time somebody gets the slightest bit out of pocket with me, I'm cussing them up one side of the building and down the other. Because what are they going to say? Some big fat dude in all black, head to toe, with a mask on, called me a cunt. What you talking about? I would never. And on top of which, I'm no sé, no sé. No habla.
Yeah.
No, no, no. No, no, señor. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
No, no habla. ¿Qué? ¿Un Kant? ¿Kant? No, no.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart. I go Walmart. No.
You don't have,
Y mayonesa okay.
but you don't get that here anymore. See, so
Oh, I'm just outside of Chicago. I can do that all I fucking want. It's great.
yeah. Well, but I mean, they'll pick you up now. You're going across.
Oh, well,
the
no,
border.
now it won't work. Now I got to America. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well,
Fuck them
I'm trying to
commies.
figure out.
I will go extra Caucasian in a fucking heartbeat. Well, officer, I really swear I don't know what the issue here is. This gentleman just started accosting me. I was just going about my business. He started getting in my face, hollering at me about white guilt, and I don't know what I did to provoke this gentleman. But I swear I do not know why they are just elaborating in such ridiculous discourse, saying I was being confrontational. I would never, sir.
Yeah.
I lie like a motherfucker. I'm gifted.
Right. I mean, you're not a pureblood, right? I mean, I'm not a pureblood. I'm not a pureblood.
I don't know what the fuck. Are you kidding? One side of the family is swamp people, and the other side of the family.
No, I'm talking about COVID wise.
Oh, COVID. Unfortunately, no, I'm not.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not either. So yeah.
I was thinking Aryan pureblood because I was just Caucasian there for a minute. I'm like, oh no, technically I'm not.
You can tell by the melanin in my skin that I am not pure.
Well, I mean, not me. I'm fucking ultra pale, but it's because I never see the sun. I actually color up really nicely if I actually get a base tan.
Well, like Jason just gets pure red.
Yeah, no,
So
he looks like a beet, which
yeah, well,
is
he's as white as I can
fitting
get.
for the
So
Cossacks.
he's
Turns
as white as my wife. I mean, my wife's from Ohio. She's like, yeah, transparent. Yeah, I can't see her sometimes.
I'm see, I'm just like a cellar dwelling asshole. I don't. I spent 20 years of my adult life working where I didn't see the sun. I was either at work or unconscious if
Yeah,
the sun was up. Like I would go home when the sun was coming up. So
yeah,
it's like, I mean, I'd work in restaurants till 3 o'clock in the fucking morning.
right.
Get home just as the sun's coming up to pass out and sleep until three after in the afternoon.
So what's the COVID temperature over there? I mean, is it? I mean, it's this only this only hit what a couple of days ago. They came out with the
And there is nobody around here that's like, yeah, we're doing this again. I mean,
yeah
I'm sure there are some like libtard motherfuckers that are going to be like, oh my God, I was right. Put the mask back on.
yeah.
Nobody's playing this one again. No,
Yeah,
no.
we see more masks here. I mean, they mask up like freaking in a freaking second here in
Oh, I no,
California.
I still see people wearing masks. Don't get me wrong. I saw one of I stopped at fucking Walmart the other day, the Walmart to get the agua.
They
Or the,
get the agua, I say.
oh,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Where I live, like the water here causes cancer. It's I mean the water in this town fucking sucks. Now I've known this for 20 fucking years because when I moved out here, the first thing I did was ship off some water to get it tested because you can do that and it's free. But so I got the testing back and I was like, "Yep, not drinking this bullshit." Like, and my wife, well, at the time we weren't even dating, but I was like, "You should not be cooking in that water. You should not be feeding it to your kid. You need filters. We need
Mm,
a Brita or something minimum."
yeah.
She's like,
Minimum
"Why?"
Brita.
And I shouldered. I'm like, "You need no. We need a 3-stage fucking filter for this water. It's this shit
Yeah.
is this. See all these words here. These all mean cancer. You
Yeah.
don't." Because there's a bunch of like refineries and chemical plants and shit all around here. The groundwater
Gotcha.
fucking poison. And ironically enough, we also have a well, and the well water is much cleaner than the city water because the city water
Wow.
is off of a different aquifer.
So are
And
you in a farm? So tell me what your area looks like. Is it farming or
no, I mean,
you're next to the river, right? You're next to the river, right?
I'm actually I'm like 2 blocks over from the I&M Canal,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
maybe 6 blocks from the Illinois River.
Yeah.
I'm where they intersect is like 4 blocks
Yeah.
from my house.
Yeah. When I stalked you, you were over by the river. I know
Yeah. And
that.
then there is actually like a farmer's field like 2 blocks over from the house. When I first moved out here, it was a lot more farmland. Now it's a bunch of subdivisions. The
Yeah.
population jumped from like 2,500, I think, when I moved out here to it's like 13 or 14,000 now.
Right, but you're lucky that the groundwater is clean with farming community. So
Oh,
here in Gilroy, the same thing happens.
it's really not.
We get the
But
the what is it, perchlorate or something like that. We have that poisons the wells here. So
we get there's
some kind of selenium or something. Yeah, whatever freaking leaches out.
selenium, potassium chromate,
Yeah,
bunch of forever chemicals basically is what.
right, right.
But that's because the city water actually comes off of the Joliet aquifer. Our
Okay.
well is literally 500 feet from the house or whatever, and most wells around here are drilled to I think it's 200 feet. Ours
Mhm.
is drilled down to like 750.
Oh wow,
Like my father-in-law had him triple the fucking depth of the well when he had the house built.
it's just to get the clean water.
Yeah, just to make sure there would always be water. Like there have been times in a couple of dry years where like my neighbors didn't have water coming out of their taps, because that's the thing. All the houses in this neighborhood are on city water right now.
And you're swimming.
But yeah, but the thing is, like with our house, the regulation, like we have to get inspected every year because they want to make sure we did not switch the house water over to the well. We have to have
Ah,
city water, and the well is
gotcha.
just the outside spigots on the house. We can use the well to water the grass. We can use the well to fill the pool, which is nice because that means I don't have to pay somebody to
What
come
a
fill
bunch
the
of
fucking pool.
bullshit people, dude.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to have the house on the well, which sucks because the well water is much cleaner. Because I had that
Yeah,
test,
yeah.
and but yeah, the water here is garbage. So I go and I get the 5 gallon jugs and fill them up at the store because they have the like reverse osmosis UV light treatment system thingy to refill water jugs.
Right.
It's like $2 for 5 gallons. I'm fine with that. I have, and plus I'm also of the mindset shit goes sideways. I have 100 gallons of fucking water. I have three racks, you know, 25 gallons per rack. So I guess that's not 100 gallons. That's 75
Yeah.
gallons of water in my fucking house at any given time.
See, I got 250 gallons outside in a yeah, and four 44 gallon yeah, all off of the roof.
Yeah, see that's what I want to do,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, since I've moved out here, the village has changed its zoning regulations on so much shit. They're like, no, you can't collect rainwater here anymore. I'm like,
What?
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 You?
Fuck
So,
you.
but I, but
Not, not
no,
fuck you. No, fuck you.
ain't no fuck you. So
Yeah.
but I'm also I'm that asshole where it's like, okay, I can't collect rainwater that you know of. So
Right.
I'm actually I've been looking into this, and I don't know. I love my son with all my heart. I really do. He's a wonderful kid. He's a good man. Sometimes I don't understand how he's mine because he's like, dude, you can't do that. You'll get a ticket. That's illegal. No, it's illegal if you get fucking caught, son.
Right. Right.
It is the duty of every patriotic American to disobey unjust laws. Telling me I can't collect fucking rainwater is unjust. Water comes from the sky. It comes
Yes.
down. Me intercepting it from going down is not doing anything illegal. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not causing any damage or to anything. Fuck these people. So
It is
maybe when he gets a little older, he'll get to be a little bit more like the old.
for the government to be in the middle of that is
The
just
government
fucking
has no
ridiculous.
fucking.
They tried that shit here in California, and surprisingly, this Democratic freaking run state said, no, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, Illinois has not met a stupid policy they don't like. The only
Yeah.
difference is, like I said, it's has to do with how close you are to the urban centers. If you're in Chicago or outside of Springfield or Urbana, which is where one of the other big U of I colleges,
Okay.
outside of those three areas, nobody fucking agrees with this shit.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the like, what is it, 86 counties or whatever, 13 or 16 of them are blue. I say it's 13 or 16 because a couple of them in the last election cycle got really purple.
Yeah.
So, like, the Democrats are losing everywhere in
Yeah.
this state.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
starting-
it's by population density is still blue because of these like 13 to 16 counties that are full of fucking retards.
Oh, we have the largest
And how
Democratic
life
county
works
in
outside
the
of the city, you know?
yeah, we have the largest Democratic county in the United States, which is LA County.
Oh,
And
flips the whole fucking state.
yeah, flips the whole state. And then you've got the Bay Area, which is the next largest, and yeah, it's crazy. So we're never going back to a Republican.
Yeah, I mean,
But
fucking Ronald Reagan's rolling over in his grave, I tell you. But
he wasn't all that.
oh, he really wasn't. But that's a whole. I'm just trying to make a point. He's the way he's the one all the Republicans like to point like Reagan. Like, Ronnie was okay, but he was also a Californian, so
Yeah,
do with that what you will, you know.
yeah.
But
What do you think? What do you think about old Elon, man? And Elon leaving the White House now, so he's no longer in the spotlight.
it was always a 120-day deal. I don't know why everybody's making such a big deal out of it.
They're making such a
Oh
big
my
deal
God,
out of
we
it.
got rid of him. We won. No, you didn't, you fucking retard.
No. Trump got mad at him, and now he's gone.
I've heard that one too. Trump and Elon are fighting. No,
No,
120 days is up. It was always a 120-day appointment. It was never going to be him taking this job for the next 4 fucking years. He's
Right.
got his own shit to worry about. He's still trying to put humanity on Mars because, unlike me, Elon thinks the human species is worth saving. I'm at the point where I'm more like, I think we should be fucking.
I'm with George Carlin. I'm with George Carlin on it.
Yeah.
The Earth can shake us off like a flea, like a bad habit.
It's going to be fine. People might be fucked. The Earth's
Yeah, they don't know that we're leaving.
it's it's fucking ridiculous. The whole thing frustrates me.
Yeah,
And but ultimately, like I don't blame Elon. He's fucking frustrated. All the work he did, all the shit he took, his companies are getting boycotted and firebombed. His
And
people
they
are getting assaulted, and the worthless fucking career politician bureaucrat machines are sitting on their fucking thumbs talking all this
Fucking
shit about
uniparty.
We love Elon. Elon's
Yeah.
Doge. Yay. Yeah. Like, let's shake his hands. He's going to finance my next campaign run. Oh, we're not codified? No, no, no.
No, 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 no. We can't do that. Can't
We
do
need,
that.
we need to be able to say at the midterms that we have to get more Republicans elected to pass this shit. Not realizing that, unfortunately, I honestly believe this at this point, and I could be completely wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I'm a fucking idiot. But I honestly believe the Republicans don't give a shit if they win or lose. They I've said it in
No,
a lot of episodes. They
we're
have
a
a
uniparty, dude. It's a uniparty.
mentality because at the end of the day, they're going to keep doing their thing. They like being in the loser position because then they can blame the ineffectualness of their party on the Democrats.
Yeah.
Well, if they're blockading us, they're stopping us from getting things done for you. No, you guys are complicit in this shit because right now you have a majority. It's a slim majority, but it's still a fucking majority. You could be getting shit done. Instead, you've been out of session more than you've been in session. You have literally wasted the 120 days of Elon in there tearing shit up. You have not acted in any way, shape, or form to codify any of the things that the American people are demanding. You deserve to lose.
Yeah, I don't think it was even in the plan. I really don't think it was
It
ever in
never
the
was.
plan.
I,
Never
I
was in.
honestly don't believe it. The deep state is a real fucking thing.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
5 years ago, I would have slapped myself for saying that shit. Like, dude, you sound like a tinfoil hat, Alex Jones listening mother. Alex Jones has been right about too many fucking things for me to be complicit in any of this shit anymore.
They're gonna let.
I
They're
owe
gonna.
Alex Jones a fucking apology. You know how much I made fun of that motherfucker? And he's jacked now, too, which is just
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
like Alex Jones, he went into things like, I'm gonna go to prison. I need to get fucking keep a motherfucker off me muscles. And now he's back to because he was jacked back in the day too, apparently. I did not realize this. I knew
I
Alex
didn't
Jones.
either. I didn't either, dude. He's a huge guy.
Yeah, I just knew him as a big dude who was worried about turning frogs gay and fucking alien conspiracies and all this other shit. And you know, like I said, I owe the guy a fucking apology at this point because of all the shit I talked, and it's like, well, wow, chemtrails are a thing. They are turning the frogs gay.
Yeah.
What the fuck else was this guy right about? You know, I mean,
Well, you know,
there was a Joe Rogan clip floating around from one of I think it was his last comedy special where he's like, and he was talking about before COVID, he was like, he would have told you vaccines were the greatest invention in the world. And now after COVID, he's like, you know, Alex Jones was right. They're turning the frogs gay. Chemtrails are things. Vaccines are poison. Michelle Obama's got a dick. You know, and you know, and he lists off all the other stuff, and then he's like, "I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think Michelle Obama has a dick, but I believe all that other shit." And
No,
honestly, there was
I
a
knew
time
that.
I wouldn't have told you that I was going to agree with Joe Rogan on anything either, because I thought he was
Yeah.
a half a fucking retard on a good day.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's again, that's my own fault. That's my own bias. I leaned into the whole like Joe Rogan got a huge podcast because he's already famous, and you know he's the guy. I'm not going to give my listening currency to the guy who got famous making people eat dicks.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. That was the worst show.
Yeah, well, actually, I used to watch it because I would watch it just like I would make fun of the contestants. Like, how bad do you need? It's not even life changing money. You're gonna get
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it's like any of these
$50,000
reality.
for eating a bunch of donkey penis. I'm like, there's a
It's like
line for every person.
it's like all these reality
$1,000 is a
shows.
lot of money.
It's like all these reality shows, man. This 90-day stuff, you know, that you see on. My wife just looks at that and goes like, what are these people trying to prove? I mean, you know, really. I mean, you get on these, they're all. I mean, even nowadays, they're not even good looking anymore.
Oh no,
I mean,
now it's like
now they got trolls out there.
90-Day Fiance, and it's like my man needs to be 6'5", muscular, make six figures. Meanwhile, I'm 4'11". I weigh 300 fucking pounds. I'm as big around as I am tall. I haven't seen my fucking snatch since 1996. These miserable fucking bastards. And then the guys are no fucking prizes either. It's like, yeah, I collect Funko Pops in my mom's basement. I like Dino Nuggies and fucking Doritos. And if you're not at least a 7, you can just move on. Fucker, who are you? You don't even have a job.
They're not us, man. I mean, like Ken says before, he says these people are not like us. They're just not like us,
Oh, they're not.
and they're just a small section of society. But that section of society gets a lot of press. They get a lot of FaceTime, man. And I tell
Well,
you what,
that's deliberate. That's the other thing too. I thought, and this is, I'm in a lot of ways, I'm telling on myself a bit here, but fuck it. That's the whole point of these things, right?
yeah, right. That's the whole
People get
time.
to learn more about me. I get to learn more about other people. I mean, I think actually I was kind of perusing back through some of my guest episodes the other day, just because I was trying to see if I make sure I had all of the like uncut ones up on the Patreon. So people, just to make sure I wasn't like, I mean, I'm a terrible Patreon host. I really am. It's like I
Same here.
appreciate
Me
all you
too.
guys that are my Patreon.
Me too.
I don't do shit with it. I need to do more posts specifically for the paying members but it's like only have so much time in my
Yeah.
life.
Yep.
And
I just thank Duchess that she's my subscriber, so I thank Duchess on that.
yeah, Aaron needs to be your subscriber too. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah.
I need one new Patreon so I can justify signing up for, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to keep my subscriptions balanced against my income. So I'm only losing the difference in like the cut that Patreon takes, because
Yeah.
instead of
The
the
three
$5
bucks.
I get for the subscription, I get 4.30 or whatever it is. So it's like I'm still paying like 70 cents out of pocket for every subscription I have,
Right.
but I'm trying to keep it balanced where every time I sign up for a new one, I get another Patreon. So I'm still only coming out of pocket that like 350 a month or whatever.
Hey, y'all call it research and you freaking write it off at the end of the year.
And I should do that actually. That's a good
That's
idea.
what you do.
Well,
That's what you do.
I need to get my fucking LLC paperwork submitted too, so I can.
Ah, don't talk about that.
I need it.
I keep getting talked out of it, but I keep saying one of these days I'm gonna say something wrong, and somebody's gonna. Even though I'm low fruit,
personally.
even though I'm low fruit, yeah, even though I'm low fruit, they're gonna come after me.
Yeah, well, my whole thing was initially because I like I said, I just have to cut the check and turn the fucking paperwork in. It's
Yeah,
done. It's filled out.
yeah.
And the LLC, what I set up is actually a holdings corporation.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
because like my wife's got her little candle business, but
Right.
she has never made enough money out of it. She's never made money on it, period. It has been operating at a loss since she started it.
Well, that's okay.
But that's fine, it makes her
Yeah.
happy. At some point I'd love to think it would take off because she does like everybody she's ever made a candle for has been very
My
happy.
wife's the same way, man. She makes wreaths and she makes centerpieces and stuff like that. They are absolutely phenomenal looking, but
And
she's not going to make any money off of
he
them.
makes
I
these
mean,
candles, they smell fantastic, they look really
yeah.
nice.
I mean, you're never going to get that. You're never
But
going to get the labor. You
yeah.
might get the cost, like with my backyard nurse, you enough to recoup my costs
Yeah.
and a little bit to invest back into the business. But I'll never.
That's the
recoup
other
the
thing
time.
too is because she was setting up because she wanted to do everything herself. Like initially was like, here, I'll get your website set up for you. I'll set up and I set up most of the plugins and stuff so she could get the online shop set up.
Yep.
She wanted to do it herself. She wanted to figure it out. It's her business. She wants to run it.
Right.
And she went through and she did all the initial stuff. And I'm looking at things and I'm like, babe, this can't fucking be right. And I'm like, where's your cost? Show me your cost on this candle. How are you selling these candles for $5.50 a piece? Shitty mass produced ones at Walmart cost more than $5.50. Like, well, that's just, I was looking online at other stores and this is what they're charging for this and that's what they're charging. I'm like, I don't fucking care what some other store online is charging. How much wax goes into like an 8-ounce candle? How much oil goes into that? How much do you pay per ounce for wax? How much do you pay per drop for oil? How much? And I'm like, and she's like, well, I figured,
don't know.
I think
Yeah.
it's this much. I'm like, okay, so your profit margin on this fucking candle without paying for the fucking shipping, without paying for the fucking advertising, without paying for the electricity to run the fucking website, without paying for the website service, because I pay for that every fucking year.
Uh,
Your profit margin on these candles is 57 fucking cents.
hey,
And she's like, well, I'm like, how much is your time worth? How much does one of these candles take? How long does it take you to make one of these candles? She's like, well, between melting the wax and stirring in the oil and letting it set, I'm actually most of the time it just sits there, and I go back and I heat it up to get the bubbles out and stuff. But maybe 25 minutes. I said, okay, so you're telling me for your candle business that you want to try and make a little pocket money off of, considering that your operating expenses are all being paid for by your husband, without covering your operating expenses, your time is worth $1.50 an hour.
Yeah. Yep. That's a hard one to swallow.
And she's like, well, I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, yes, because
Yeah.
you're not looking at it as a business. You're looking at it as a
Yeah.
hobby. You're trying to get
Right.
for itself. And you're
Right.
not even accomplishing that. I love you, babe, but here's the reality of the matter. It's a small batch, handcrafted to order item.
Hmm. Yeah. It's more crafted towards like what I'm doing with my nursery now. It's just like I got to go to farmers markets. I got to do the outside thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
that's what I got to do. And if I don't do that, then there's no it's a hobby.
yeah.
It's a hobby,
And well, that's
basically.
what she wants to do too. She's got business cards made up with a QR code that takes you to the website. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Just drop those in fish
Yeah.
bowls at fucking restaurants?
Nobody goes to websites anymore. I mean, so I got a website. How many websites do I have? I mean,
She's
nobody
like,
goes.
well, we're gonna have to get a booth at a farmer's market. And that means I gotta get an inventory and a stock and da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good, and that's fine. We can do that. But you have to plan accordingly, and you have to make your prices to where it's
Yeah.
worth paying
Yeah.
for all this shit to do this.
Right. Right.
You can't do
Right.
that selling a candle for $5 a fucking piece when you're paying $3 for the fucking jar it's in.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
And
Exactly. I understand. I'm right there. I'm right there with her, dude.
the cold hard truth, and I'm saying this as somebody who's been like dragging his ass getting his own business off the fucking ground for the last 4 years. And and like I said, I don't mean this in any kind of disrespectful way towards my wife, because I love her and I love the fact that she's trying to do something and she wants to do this for herself. I
Mm.
love the fact that she's got something she enjoys doing that takes her time and her interest. It drives me absolutely crazy when she's doing certain things about how she's approaching it, because I have had businesses in the past. I have run other people's businesses successfully and made money.
Right.
The fact that I'm not making money for myself is not due to my own lack of knowledge. It's motivation and resources that keep me fucking hamstrung. Partly
Yeah.
because I'm trying to help her, get her thing going. I love her and I want her to be happy and successful. I don't even care if it makes money as long as she's happy with how it's going. I
That's
don't
the
give a
ticket,
shit.
dude.
It's just money. Money isn't whatever.
I get
But,
more next week.
you know, exactly. I'll get another check in 2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But and it's not like I'm making baller money, but our actual, expenses are not, untenable at this point.
Yeah.
It's,
Right now, if I'm making
am I
enough, if
living
I'm,
lavish? By no fucking means, but
yeah,
we're
no.
okay. We're comfortable.
Yeah. Right now, if I make enough to put back into the next batch, I'm good. And that's where I'm at. So I made enough to cover my costs and I made enough to start some new stuff that I can, sell in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. So I got an 8 week cycle. That's what I go on. That's my selling cycle. So
And as long as you're okay with that, that's, there's nothing
yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah, and if it takes off and
Takes
freaking
off.
leather soul, freaking gardening, freaking incorporated takes off, well then great. Then I'll be talking to some new friends. I mean,
That's kind of the way I look. If it takes off, great. If not, as long as she's happy, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, there you go.
But like she does little things that drives me nuts too, though. Like she'll do like, here's the featured scent candle for this week, and she'll pour the candle and make a new candle and take the pictures and upload the pictures of the new candle. And I look at her and I go, babe, are these pictures scratch and sniff? So what are you talking about? Why do you need to make a new candle every fucking time you post a new picture?
Well, because that's how women
Because
work.
it's this scent this month.
But that's how women work.
Can you smell the fucking picture?
It doesn't matter. It's
No,
how women work.
and here's the backside. The whole thing about it was the reason I got her, because I'm the one who started her on making her own candles. The whole reason I did that is because she was buying candles at the store every time we went shopping.
There you
And
go.
she was never happy with the scents. She was never once like, I really like this candle. Or she did have a candle she really liked and it got fucking discontinued.
Mm.
It's like, well, we're both like on lockdown. Just make your own. Fuck it. It's actually cheaper overall. Just make your own candles. And I was like, and she made a few of them, and I was like, these are really good. You could sell these. And she was like, well, maybe I should. I'm like, yeah, you should. Go for it.
You were the catalyst.
I was the catalyst to the entire thing. So I only get to bitch so much. But like I said, when she's making a new candle every time she wants to post a new picture, and I'm going, does the picture smell different? What's the why are you? I mean, it'd be one thing if we were like
You better watch
stockpiling.
out. We're not too far away from Smell-O-Vision, man.
Yeah,
We
well,
saw we saw it on we saw it on we saw it on Warner Brothers.
yeah,
It's
but
going
here's
to happen.
if it was actually a good concept, porn would already be doing it.
They are already. They got
I'm not
robots out
even
there, man.
kidding.
Come on, they got the robot out there now.
The adult entertainment industry is the benchmark for modern entertainment standards. That's how
They are
Blu-ray.
going to they're going to cash in on this robot thing, dude.
Well, they're the
Big time.
they are the bleeding edge of the fucking entertainment industry. They determined Blu-ray versus HD DVD.
I
The
mean,
porn industry went with Blu-ray, and that's what took off.
yeah.
Same
You
thing with DVDs. The porn industry. The first movies released on DVD were adult films.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is us guys. I mean, really, it is. I mean,
Yeah,
any kind of new technology, guys just want to fuck it. I mean, that's what they want to do.
well, yeah. I mean, that's a thing. And sorry.
No, that's crazy. I just think it's crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I lost my train of thought completely now.
No, we were talking about small businesses and
Yeah, it's
their wives and all that stuff. But I mean, they, like I said, don't.
I
It's
love
coming,
my
man.
I want
It's coming.
I want it to be successful. I don't understand why she didn't just change the fucking label on the pitch on the same candle and
Because it's coming, man. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's going to be coming out of your speakers, or they're going to do some kind of freaking little thing that hooks up to your computer, and
yeah,
it's going to throw a little sense in the air.
on a regular basis, and it's going to cost money, and I'm not going to be involved in it. So.
You're going to have that cooking show, and you're going to have to smell the steak and the onions and the mushrooms. Yeah, you're going to be in on it, dude. You're going to be totally in on it.
You're going to be watching some porn, and it's going to smell like tuna fish and mushroom lube.
Lube.
Is that spring rain KY? Oh my god!
Yeah. Too much, man. I have a good time, man. I have a good time talking.
That part's staying behind the paywall.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I got to do this with you, man.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, and honestly, what are we at? We're at about an hour and a half here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is totally to however long you feel like going for. I mean, is there anything particular you did want to talk about that we didn't touch on, or just?
Oh no, dude! I just wanted to sit back and have a little discussion with the old Aaron and see what he's all about and let him vent out a little bit because I know this is therapy just as much as it is for me.
Oh yeah, no, and like I said, it's been today's just been a pisser of a day for so many reasons, and yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't worry about talking about work too much. I there's actually an off chance that one or two of my coworkers might occasionally listen to the show.
Yeah.
Don't think so. I mean, it's not like I've ever hit it, but I don't really make a point of talking about it either.
Yeah. I don't hide it on my show at all. I don't hide it at my work.
Hiding it. Like I said, I just don't. I don't.
No, I let them know. I mean, they ask me, you pull into your parking spot, man, and then you're there for 15 minutes. I'm all like, yeah, well, I'm ending my show. And they go like, oh, you got a show? I'm like, yeah, I do a freaking podcast in the morning, and nobody listens to it. I mean,
that's
to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, we probably have about 30 solid followers that either listen to it live or download it every day.
Yeah,
I mean, so
that's cool. I mean, I like the fact that you got that going. I mean, that's a good a good little thing, and
yeah. So
I like the fact that you let me come in and bogart it on a regular basis. Like, hey, guess what?
Well, I mean, then we get Jamingo. We get Jamingo that has to come in before Ken because Ken will come in and take over the show. But that's just part of the show. I mean, really, it is. I mean, it's a fun show to do, and I've got nothing else to do in the morning when I'm driving to work. So I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, very true. Oh, isn't that nice? Here's something else that's kind of funny to me is recently I've been coming home and catching my wife like listening to my show. And I'm like,
I think
I don't get it from. I was mentioning this earlier this morning.
earlier.
I don't get it. I'm like, don't you get enough of my shit during the week? That I mean, do you need to listen to the show? I mean, honestly, you can hear me through the fucking wall. I'm willing to bet. I mean, like I could turn the camera around here and show you. I do have like soundproofing in here and shit, like on these walls where I'm.
Right, right.
The echo points are
Everything, yeah, everything that projects out, right?
so I don't have to worry about reverb and shit like that. I mean, I got acoustic panels above my head. I got them in the corners on the wall because this is a corner desk
Right.
here and here. So, but that's not going to stop my voice from carrying through the fucking walls. I'm loud as shit.
No, no, my wife can hear us,
But
no problem.
yeah, so she's been listening to. I've been coming home a couple of times. And I walk in and I hear my own voice coming out of the fucking living room, and it's like, you know, some guys come home and they hear a guy's voice coming out of their house and they think their wife's cheating on them. I come home and I hear a voice coming out of my house. And I'm like, why do I hear myself? But yeah, she's started leaving comments on the Spotify episodes.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. All I get is the spam now. So I get the spam from the YouTube and the spam from the.
I was no, I was actually just pulling it up because I wanted to say I like, yeah, because you're talking about we got about 30 people that listen to the Weather View every morning, which
Yeah.
is it's cool.
Well, not in the morning.
I
I mean,
wanted
it's from downloading from.
yeah, from the downloads and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, I want to see how many people listen to this week's episode. Oh, now it's popping up. Add clips. No, I don't think I will. It's too much fucking work. Not going through an episode to find clips. Let's see. Most recent episode, 13 plays.
Yeah. Is that a live play or is that a download play?
I'm actually the fucking Spotify analytics are kind of shitty because they confuse me. On one thing, it says in the last 30 days, 28 hours have been consumed. I have had one additional follower added, 123 plays in 30 days. That's really not that much if you do the math. It's like what, 4 plays a day.
Yeah, we're getting about anywhere from looks like 20 to 40 plays actually on the X. I don't know what that translates out to Captivate because I actually went out to Captivate for my distribution now. So that's what I'm doing now. So anybody who wants to go out there, it's captivate.com/weathered view or weathered soul, one of the two.
66 or the last 7 days, my audience has been 66 people.
Yeah.
I'm averaging 40 plays per episode.
I'll have to say I haven't listened to this week's episode for
10 downloads,
Yeah. It's been kind of nice just kind of be able to disengage over the week and not be strapped down to anything, man. So
I did that over the weekend, or actually I started last week, like Wednesday. I was just disconnected from everything. I listened to the last thing I did was I listened to Boomer Bunker last week, and I just disconnected after that. I was like, I don't fucking care. I'm done.
It's always good
Actually,
to listen.
I think I did talk to you Friday morning, but I think that was it though. That was like the end of it for me. I was like, I'm disconnected until Tuesday.
Sometimes you have to, man, because it'll drive you crazy. I mean, this is our job, right? I mean, really. I mean, you don't do it. I do it because, like I said, my 45-minute, jaunt to work is what it is. I've got nothing else to do. Might as well talk freaking whatever the shit is that happened overnight and what's going to happen today or what happened the day before. And then you kind of consume it for a week and then come on and do your thing. It's just kind of like, it's what we do. I mean, if I didn't have that, I would be, my blood pressure would be through the roof.
Yeah, well, and it is. It's kind of a check valve, but also if I didn't have that, I might be that fucking guy in the park on a fucking bench yelling at people. Like, you dumb motherfuckers, this is all your fault.
Dan Bongino might be making the call to you. How about that guy? If we're going to end up on something, let's end up on Dan Bongino.
I'm so disappointed in that bald-headed fuck. Okay, that's not fair. I'm bald too. I expected more from him. I really did.
Do you think he's getting held back?
It's great that they're going after pedophiles, at least, I guess. I'm really skeptical about the whole, we're going to release this tape that shows you why we think Epstein definitely killed himself. We've seen a lot of death and da 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 da. okay, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not assuming he's actually dead. I'm still on the fence where I don't think he's fucking dead. I think they put a fucking yes, there was a body in that room. I don't think it was him. And
I
and
think
they go from well the cameras were off to well no now we have footage that we're going to release that's going to prove he's dead. Eh,
I think for him to put his self on the line during his podcasting days, which when I turned him off for a while and then I turned him back on just because he got if they get too far rah, I just turn it off. I can't handle it. So then I went back and he started talking about the Epstein and he had all the receipts. You know, he's always talking about he has receipts. He's seen the documents. He's seen this. He's seen that. Somebody needs to take notice and keep on top of this. That was his quote. And now to come out with that and totally, he just destroyed coming back into podcasting. He really did.
I know
He
he
destroyed
has
himself.
completely ruined his credibility in terms of like I said, shy of actual footage of him popping his own fucking neck. I don't know what he could do that's going to restore anybody's fucking faith in him.
I don't know. I don't
And
know. I think it's a shame
it,
because a lot of people looked up to him. I mean, he's like Mark Levine, right? I mean, Mark Levine, you know, the freaking flamethrower of freaking all podcasting, the Hall of Fame or whatever. But I mean, you know, Levine hasn't done that.
yeah, and
Rogan hasn't done that, and he has the same kind of following that Rogan has.
yeah, and
Even
it's
Jimmy Dore, freaking dope smoking freaking garage podcaster,
yeah.
hasn't done that.
Yeah, and it's I mean, like I said, it's a shame. I wanted to have faith that those two were going to actually go in there and get some shit done.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows? I honestly, you know,
Is there any hope? Pam
no.
Bondi, any hope with her? Any hope with Cash? Any hope with
I was opposed to Bondi before she got fucking appointed. I never thought she was a good idea.
no?
Not for a single solitary fucking second. Um, you know, she her stance on the Second Amendment is a deal breaker for me. I was like, this cunt is, yeah, she's gonna look nice. You're gonna trot her out. She was rah rah on certain things that you were okay with, and a lot of people were like, yeah, Trump said it. I'm not. I mean, you know this. I'm not like balls in convicted as a Trump supporter.
Right.
I
Neither
support
one of us.
I support America first as a priority. I support a lot of the people that he was assembling as a team garnered my support. You know, it's not that I was like, yes, Orange Jesus is going to fucking save us all. It was like, I like this team he's assembling of people whose values more closely echo my own that were, you know, at once upon a time, we're all considered left. We're all considered Democrats.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, so the fuck was I.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
a
so was I.
left-leaning
So was
individual
I.
because
I
I
was a
didn't
Bernie
give a
bro.
shit about gay marriage. You know,
I was a Bernie bro, man. I was a Bernie bro.
so was I when until he fucking bent the knee to fucking Hillary.
Yeah.
Was on it was that's where Bernie lost me. That's where I lost all respect for him.
Yep.
That's where I was just like, okay, I was willing to look past some of your
He
comments.
did it twice.
Thought you had a chance.
He did it twice.
Yeah, and not. But now you're just out here pitching. You're singing the same old song and dance. You've proven you don't actually have a core set of values.
No.
You're a fucking shill, and I'm
Yep.
ashamed to say I ever supported you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I hear you.
like I said, but I'm not an Orange Jesus guy. I was like looking at Kennedy's coming on board was a huge fucking thing for me. And I'm not a blind Bobby worshiper either, but a lot of his stances on food in particular, I mean, I don't agree in the whole vax thing, and I've already informed my employer if any further mandates come out, they will be firing me. I'm not going to quit, but I'm not going to get the fucking shots either.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
but
like,
my employers are on the same board as I am, so I mean,
well, so are mine, fortunately. So,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, there's going to be a lot of falsified paperwork coming out of certain companies if they try and put it on. I'm just saying, I'm good at Photoshop. You know?
AI works pretty good these days.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I'm a big fan of informed consent, which is a Bobby Kennedy platform issue. And I've been a proponent of getting the fucking poison out of our food since I was in my 20s because as a culinary professional, I've been aware of this shit for decades. It's
Right. Yeah.
not
I mean,
a
you've been
new
there.
thing for me. I've been talking about our food standards and why is this shit in our food when it's not in European food supplies for literally 20 fucking years.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
shit has pissed me off since I was a kid and when I started learning about it when I was in culinary school and finding out how varying the standards were. And like when I was one of my instructors telling me if I wanted to go to Europe, I'd have to learn a whole new way of cooking because some of the foods are so fucking different and the processes are so different. You have to handle things completely differently. That's why you learn traditional, European cooking styles in culinary school because, you can apply them to American food, but you can't apply American style to fucking European food because it won't fucking work because their food's not plastic.
Right. Right.
So I mean, that was a huge one for me. And then I think I've mentioned this in the past. I actually, literally, the thing that was like finalizing me, like getting me out of the voting for Bill Murray, like I've been doing for the last like 5 presidential elections, basically, or no, 4, since Obama too. The second run of because I'll admit I had voted for Obama his first run because I was like, this guy's not a geriatric. He might actually be cool. And then he
Yeah.
got in office, and I was like, okay, buyer's remorse.
It's
Fuck
not cool.
not cool. And
Yeah.
so then, second time Obama ran, I voted for Bill Murray. I wrote in Bill Murray. Bill Murray has been my writing candidate every time I have not appreciated either of the actual viable primary candidates. I did vote for Joe Jorgensen just because I was like, maybe we can get enough, libertarian votes to get the libertarian invited to the debate next cycle. That's all I was
Yes.
going for
That's
with
the
that one.
only reason why I did it. Yeah.
Only reason why I did it.
But
Every other presidential election, I voted for fucking Bill Murray since
yeah.
2012.
Well, Shane Mecklin and Walter Hudson are the ones that freaking convinced me to go ahead and vote. Of course, Ken,
Oh
was
yeah,
in the back of me, pushing me forward on it. And
there wasn't some guy from northern Wisconsin here.
yeah, there's a little guy from northern
Reminds me,
Wisconsin.
I may have to stop by and see him. I'm going up to Wisconsin next weekend, so
Dude, he's great. Just go up, he'll love you, he'll feed you. Yeah, the whole thing, dude. He'll take you out. Well, you've been to Wisconsin, you fucking know all that shit. So,
well, the thing is, like I said, I'm going up to see my
gotta
pop.
come out here to California, man.
It's a long
Got a
drive.
guest room, got the beach, got the mountains.
I
I'll
mean,
take you out for some good California pizza.
I'll try anything once, I guess. But I actually no,
Love to have you out here, dude. Love to have you
I
out
would
here.
love to come visit. I just got to get my financials in order first.
Yeah, it's cool though. You guys are always welcome to come out here. You guys from freaking Dutches and all those guys back east can come out here. They go like, oh, we'll never come out here. Well, you live in
I
East
feel
Coast
the same way. If
California.
you guys are in the Midwest, I'm more than happy to
Yeah,
put anybody. I'm still getting some of my podcast friends, my listeners, I mean, it's like 80% of the people that listen to my show are other podcasters. I guarantee
yeah,
it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the circle. I mean,
independent Comcast, man. That's where it's
it
at.
was huge during COVID because that was the only way people could talk to each other. We got the hardcore ones that have kind of stuck with it, even though everybody else went back to work.
Yeah,
And
we're still here.
we've all seen our numbers tank a little bit, and that's fine.
We're still here. We're still here, dude.
I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
I ain't going anywhere either.
And
I'm just not a good solo podcaster. I've got to have my cast of characters around me, or I'm just done.
that's understandable. Solo podcasting, it's different. I mean,
Yes.
honestly, I mean, to me, it's kind of okay. I mean, I think I do all right, but I understand why it's not for everybody. And
Yeah.
I've talked to people that are like, I don't know how you fucking do it. I tried doing it and I can't do it. And
Yeah.
I don't know either. It helps that I'm batshit crazy and I talk to myself.
Yeah.
It's just I turn the mic on while I'm doing it. I'm still going to be sitting here ranting,
Right.
which is not.
I did about.
I don't actually sit around and rant for nobody, but
Yeah. I did about 3 or 4 shows solo, and it just didn't go over. I just didn't feel right. It just, even at the end of it, I went like, that was shit.
yeah. But like I
And
said,
they're out there. I mean, the episodes are out there. You can go see them over at weathersoul.com. But I mean, gee, it's bad. It's bad.
it's definitely it's not for everybody. That's I mean, and again, every time I start saying things like this, I feel like I'm trying to put myself over, and I'm really not. It's not like I, again, like I said, I don't think I'm fucking special. I don't think I have any kind of skill set that nobody else has. I don't think there's anything unique and snowflakey about me that makes me special. I'm just a fucking guy
Yeah,
that
we're
does.
just guys, man,
I'm just a guy. But
and we're
like
not any different than our than people that don't even listen to us. I mean, people that say that they hate us because of what we talk about, they don't know. People don't know that I was either
yeah,
that they don't know or they just want to ignore the fact that I was a Bernie bro.
yeah,
I mean, that was.
they don't
I
know
mean,
or they don't care. It's
or they
it's
don't care because all of a sudden, what I support is because some of the stuff that Trump is doing. All of a sudden, that makes me all bad.
oh yeah, no.
So I mean, that's what I don't understand.
Well,
That's
I mean, the fucking left has become a cult. It really
yeah,
has.
yeah,
If you're not ideologically pure
yeah,
in their belief, and I'm not the only one who said it. Lots of people are saying that at this point
yeah.
because, and like people that are out there on social media, like touting themselves as recovering leftists, or they recently left the party or whatever. And there's a guy on X, like Matt Van Swole, dude,
Mm,
did a post this morning saying exactly that, talking about how the left lost him, and
right.
basically he realized that as soon as he stepped away and started thinking for himself, that these were actually some of the most judgmental, fucking horrible people on the planet,
I'm
even though
telling you, man.
they're marketing themselves as the party of love and inclusion and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only true as long as you believe exactly what they believe as hard as they believe. That's the only way they love you and accept you.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
Same
have
thing. Same thing with the hardcore Republicans
a
and
hardcore
conservatives,
Republican,
dude. Same
the
thing
difference
too.
is they're so much quieter about it.
Yeah, but they're still the same agenda.
Oh, no, they're
Same
the
agenda.
same judgy pricks, but
Yeah.
they're not nearly as vocal about it, so they don't get the
No,
attention. That's
except for us.
that's what it is. I mean, there are the outliers that are like, I mean, you get the fucking, inbred Yahoo motherfuckers are like, white power. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Can't
and
hang.
I
Can't
hate the
hang.
fact that that's where I go when I talk about like far right, but
I
it,
can't hang with the hate, dude. I
I,
can't
I,
hang with the hate for people.
I well, I'm actually kind of, I'm pro hate. I hate a lot. But I hate with style and flair. I don't hate people
I
over.
hate what needs to be hated,
Yeah,
like
exactly. I
pedophiles,
hate things that are
that should
warranted
go
of
that.
hate.
Yeah, yeah, like
I don't
pedophiles that
hate.
should go feet first in a wood chipper. I mean, that's what
Yes,
I hate.
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I hate pedophiles. I hate people that make life shitty for no
yeah,
reason other than the fact that they're already shitty people. I
yeah.
I
I
hate.
hate shitty people that go into fucking stores and fucking gang freaking rape these fucking stores
Yeah,
and then walk away like they're entitled for it.
we deserve this because 300 years ago, some bad shit happened to somebody who kind of looked like me. Did it directly impact me? No, but I deserve special treatment because fuck you. But
Yeah, I hear you.
but on the other side of that, like I said, I don't hate anyone for things they have no control over. I think that's stupid. That's like entry level retarded. If
Yeah,
you cannot see past shit that people have no active control over is in their value as a human being, you're garbage. That's
right.
that's just the
I
core
think
of
we can
what
agree on that.
Aaron's belief structure. That racism, fucking sexism, any of that shit is a curb that's this fucking high.
Yeah.
You can't lift your lazy fucking feet to get over a curb that's an inch fucking high. You're garbage. You are the
Yeah.
fucking retard. So those are the
And,
people.
but that inch freaking tall, they freaking control a lot of shit. The media lets them control that shit, and the constituents of the voting public
And the thing
are
is, the
that.
media makes that inch look like it's 5 fucking miles because
Yeah, exactly,
shy lens on the ground.
exactly.
It's fucking retarded. But if you can't see past that, there's a really good chance I hate you. And that's constructive guided hate. I hate you because you are a weak-minded motherfucker that can't see past some irrelevant bullshit. What somebody looks like in terms of their complexion, in terms of what their plumbing is not a fucking choice. It is a condition. It is a fact.
Yes,
How you react to complexion, how you react to gender, how you react to any other immutable characteristic is a fucking conscious choice. And if you make the wrong one, I hate you. If you are
yes.
going to be petty and juvenile and stupid without having fucking causality and logic and reason behind why you feel the way you feel about somebody, if it's based on something retarded, like that guy kind of looks like the guy that kicked me in the dick when I was in third grade, so fuck this guy. No, you're a goddamn moron. You have no critical thinking skills. You are a you are the epitome of everybody's favorite term that comes out of my mouth. A smooth brain motherfucker. And
Yep.
honestly, I don't know why you guys love that so much. It came out of my mouth like
It is our freaking favorite.
naturally, and
That's our
everybody
favorite.
just latched onto it. Like I gotta put it on a shirt or something. I need Jason to do something with it.
That's our favorite Aaron idiom. I love it.
Because a lot of people are like, dude, is it a smooth brain case? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, fuck. I called somebody a koala brain once and nobody got it. That was before I explained that koalas have very smooth brains, and without ridges in your brain, you actually lack the capacity to retain critical thinking skills or even long-term memory, because the wrinkles in your brain are what determine how much retention you have and how much logical thought processes you're capable of processing. So the smoother your brain, the dumber you are. And it's like the fact that I have to explain that to motherfuckers so they can understand that I'm insulting them. I mean, I weep for the state of education in this country because,
Yes.
again, the fact that I have to explain to somebody that I'm insulting them before they get the fact that they've been insulted hurts my fucking soul. I don't like having to dumb my fucking comments down so other people can understand that I'm telling them they're fucking retarded. And the fact that I have to explain to you that I'm telling you you're retarded just re-emphasizes how fucking retarded you actually are.
I love it.
It's like years and years ago, I was at some house party and there was this just obnoxious little broad who was just this little skanky little retarded, thought she was way hotter than she was, and was just being an arrogant fucking broad. And she said something stupid to the effect that she's like, well, lick me where I drip or something like that. And I looked her dead in the face and I said, if you got the drip, I'm not touching you with this.
I ain't touching you at all.
And she's like, oh, you couldn't make a girl drip if you tried. And I was like, okay, pause it for a second here, sweetheart. The drip is a slang term for chlamydia. If your snatch is dropping green shit on your shoes, I'm not going near it with his dick. You dumb slag. And she's, fuck you. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And then she was like, you wish your mom, your fucking mama's got the drip. And I said, bitch, don't you ever disrespect my mother again. I'll put you through a fucking wall. And it was funny because like three of the other guys that were at this house party heard me snap on some slutty little girl that was like showing guys her ass and whatever. And she, bro, well, what? And I said, this cunt just said mom's got the drip. And don't you ever like three different guys are yelling at this fucking girl because she
daddy's not home. That daddy's not home. That's the problem with that. So
and it was hilarious to me because these are all guys that have met my mother and they're just like, don't you for bad mouth mom, you bitch. And I was just like,
that saint, she's a saint.
No. My mom, people meet my mother and they're like, how did you come out of her? and it actually works on a couple of levels. Like one of my best friends I made after I moved down here, my buddy Big Matt, God rest his soul. I think he was actually a very early case of COVID death, like vaccination death, because he was a big dude. Like he's 6'3", 6'4", 500 pounds. Lost a shit ton of weight. Lost 300 pounds right before COVID happened. He's a few years older than me. He had just turned 50. COVID was going on. His mom was down in Florida. He wanted to get down to Florida to go be with her in case shit went sideways or whatever. Airline wouldn't let him on a flight without the jab. Got the jab, flew down to Florida, had a fucking heart attack that day.
Oh my God.
When they got off the plane, went out to dinner. He was at dinner with his mom, stood up, said, what the hell, and collapsed.
Oh my God.
And at the time, everybody was just like, well, he kind of lived a really rough life. He was out of shape for years and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, he just lost 300 fucking pounds over the last 2 years.
That's a lot of weight for 2 years.
Well, it might have been 3 years. And
that's a lot of weight for 3 years. I mean, really.
He got a gastric bypass. He lost 75 pounds before he got the surgery.
Yeah, I got friends of mine that do the same gastric bypass and stuff like that. Yeah, it's critical stuff.
Gym 6 days a week, exercising like crazy.
Right.
Eating right, doing the whole shebang. And he was like, I don't want to turn 50 and drop dead. Ironically enough, that's exactly what happened. And
Yeah.
I miss him all the time. I think about him a lot. He was a really good friend,
Yeah.
good guy. Like I said, one of the first people I met when I came down here. Great dude.
Yeah.
But he met my mom very shortly after we started palling around because my mom was like, "Hey, why don't you invite a couple of your culinary schools buddies to the block party this year?" And so I did. I invited my buddy Big Matt and a couple other guys, and he got there kind of late. And my mom, because my mom's street would have a block party every year, where they shut the whole block down, like 2 blocks of the block, and big cookout and food and drinks and all this other stuff. And since I had friends coming over and my brother had a few friends coming over, we got a quarter barrel and we set it up in the backyard of my mom's house. So we were just sitting in the backyard drinking instead of hanging out with all the neighborhood people. And so my buddy Matt shows up at the house and he, rings the doorbell and my mom answers the door. My mom is like 4'11". Well, actually, no, she's shorter than that now. But at the time, she was like maybe 5 foot because she's been shrinking for the last few years. And so she's this tiny little lady. She answers the door and she's like, "Oh, hi, you must be Matt. The guys are out back. You can go ahead and join them out back. Would you like me to get you a plate? All the food's down at the end of the block." And he's like, "No, I can go get my own plate. Thank you." And my mom, "Oh, well, here, she's just bustling around. "Oh, here's a plate, and here we're using paper plates. Here's
Yeah, here's everything.
here's your cup. The guy's got beer in the back. If you want beer, if you want something else, we can get you soda or water or they got some liquor if you want a cocktail. I don't drink, so I'm not good at making drinks, but I'm sure the guys can make me a drink." And just being my mom, like, you remember Pollyanna?
Yep.
Okay, if Pollyanna didn't get all crippled up at the end of the fucking story, she would have grown up to be my mom. That's the best thing I can come up with for an analogy for the kind of woman my mother is. Always tries to look at the good in everybody.
Right.
The
same.
The homeless guy comes up to her and tells her he's hungry. She'll get food out of it. Like,
you're not eating tonight.
Summarizes my mom perfectly. The day my brother got home from the Navy, I was working. She wanted to have a nice dinner. My mom can't fucking cook. She never could. So she takes my brother, like my brother had been home. Like I picked him up the night before. We drove him back from the base. And this is just after 9/11 happened. So my mom was paranoid. They weren't going to let him out. And he was getting a medical discharge. He was pissed. He wanted to stay in. His discharge paperwork had already been processed. They're like, "Look, you need to go to rehab. You need to get your leg rebuilt. You need to recover. Then you can reenlist if you want to.
Right.
If you can pass the physical." So, because he blew his fucking knees up and just, yeah. So my mom was like, "Okay, well, we're going to have a nice dinner tonight. So we're going to run over to Jewel and we're going to get a couple of rotisserie chickens and we'll get some sides and we'll do this." So she takes my brother, goes to the store, buys a bunch of shit, loads up the back of the car. My brother goes to put the cart in a cart corral. While my brother is away putting the cart away, fucking crackhead comes up to my mom and he's like, "Lady, I haven't had anything to eat in like 3 days. Can you help me out? Can you give me?" And so she hands him like a rotisserie chicken and a thing of the King's Hawaiian rolls. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here, let me help you." And she starts giving him all like her family's dinner.
Yeah, her family dinner. Yeah.
She's given to this guy because, he hasn't eaten in days.
Yeah.
The fucking crackhead proceeds to throw all the food on the ground. He's like, "Bitch, I wanted money. I didn't ask for your dinner."
Oh, shit.
And that's what he says to my mom.
No,
Did not notice that the very
large,
angry individual standing behind, and large is actually a relative term. Like my brother is 5'8", so large is subjective. Compared to my mom, he's huge. Compared to me, he's not. But at the time when he was in the service, before he fucked his knees up, like basically all he did was go to his duty station, go to his training station, and lift weights. He was jacked when he got out of the service. So you got this very angry, and you just called his mom a bitch in front of him for trying to feed you.
Yeah.
My brother whipped that guy around by his shoulder, dropped him in the parking lot, like literally knocked him on his ass, punched him square in the fucking head. and proceeds to start screaming in this guy's face, "You worthless crackhead piece of shit. My mother fed you because you told her you were hungry. You didn't say, hey, can I have some money? You said, I haven't eaten in 3 fucking days. She gave you her family's fucking dinner, and you had the audacity to call her a fucking bitch. If I see you in this fucking neighborhood again, you're a fucking corpse. The only thing that's keeping you alive right now is because she's right there." You know,
I'm telling you what, yeah,
he
it's
lays into
amazing.
the fucking crackhead. The crackhead scurries off into the fucking wind.
Of course, of course, of course.
You know, and then
Yeah,
I get home from work and I'm like, "What's for dinner?" And my mom proceeds to tell me what happened. She's like, "Oh my, I'm your brother lost his temper and was yelling at. I'm so worried. What if the guy comes back looking to get even with your brother for hitting him?" I'm like, "Mom, if that crackhead has the fucking brain damage to come back into this neighborhood after Matt said, if I see you here again, I'm gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna get fucking killed.
he's gonna get killed.
What if he shoots your brother?" I'm like, "What if Matt shoots him?" I mean, this
Yeah,
is you're looking at things from the entirely wrong perspective here.
right,
You don't need to
right,
be worried that the crackhead's going to hurt your son. You need to be worried that your kid's going to kill the crackhead in front of a cop.
right,
You know?
right.
And
Yeah,
but but I digress. So my buddy Big Matt, after meeting my mother when she's bustling around being extra super sweet, proceeds to come back to the backyard and sit down. We had like a bunch of chairs set up around the keg, and we were just like passing the hose around so none of us had to get up. So the only time we got up was to pee, you know? Well, you know, no, we all had cups, but it was just
oh, okay, there you go.
so. And so we're sitting there, and there were like 8 of us, and we killed a quarter barrel. So we drank quite a bit of beer that night.
There you go.
And my buddy Matt sits down, and he's just like kind of staring at me and my brother, and I'm, "Dude, fucking what? Like, is something wrong? Can I help you?" And he's like, that was your mom at the front door, right?" "Yeah, little fucking Keebler elf looking broad. Yeah." I'm like, "Why? What did she do?" And he's like, "How did you joyless, soulless, evil motherfuckers come out of that sweet little woman?" I'm just like, "I
Yes,
don't
we
know."
are.
And
Yes, we are.
And
Here we are.
and we're going on, and you know, we're the beer philosophy is flowing, you know, and we're getting into our cups, and that particular year we did a pig roast, so we were eating like pulled pork off the bone, and you know, just being savages. And by the end of the night, we're all half liquored up. And my buddy Matt looks at me, and he said one of the most profound fucking things I've ever heard in my life that came out of a drunk motherfucker at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And he looks at me, and goes, "I figured it out." I said, what, bro? What? I know what happened. You guys were breastfed. And I went, "The fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "No, your mom, she's so nice because you guys were nursing and you sucked all the rotten and evil right out of that little woman." Like, okay, so I'm evil, he's rotten. Which one is it?
Which one? Which one?
Who's what now? He's like, "No, you're both bastards. Your mom is too sweet." I'm like, you're not wrong."
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And she, like, to this day, she is still just the sweetest little shit.
That's cool. That's
And
cool.
she's
Still
not.
love you.
She's got the naivety a little bit in check these days. She's gotten better about it.
Mm,
You know, she doesn't like roll down the window to give people money off the off ramp anymore or anything.
yeah, you learn after a while.
We've yelled at her a lot, like, "You're gonna get fucking abducted. You know what's gonna happen? Somebody is gonna take your ass somewhere and try to ransom you because you got a decent car, or they're gonna." I'm like, "Something bad is gonna happen to you, and then we're gonna have to, you know, do the live action role playing version of Taken, and
And
we're
then
gonna be
Aaron,
some crackhead off the goddamn off ramp."
then Aaron's really going to be on the list.
Then I'm going to be on a list because they're going to be like, "Yeah, I'm going to be on a true crime podcast." That's what's going to happen. Illinois man was arrested after scattering a homeless person over 3 counties.
he's in he's in your dog food now. Anyway,
And that's the thing. I joke about that. No, you don't leave bodies behind. That's for amateurs.
no, no, that's for amateurs. You got.
Of course, I also need to quit saying shit like that because that's why Cody keeps telling people I killed somebody. So
He's convinced. He's convinced.
he really is, and it's partly my own fault because I did tell him a story that there was an implication for a little while that some people in our social circle thought I killed the guy.
I remember. I remember the story well.
It is what it is. I didn't kill the fucking guy. He turned up eventually, but you know, everybody
It
Nobody had
was
a problem going, yeah, you know what? Aaron might have killed him. I'm like, no, I fucking did not. I could have. I mean, he was pissing me off enough, but I didn't.
yeah.
And that's actually something else that we were talking about this morning when we were holding that episode in your honor. Um, was because again, Cody brought, Aaron kills people, blah blah blah, and I was telling a story about how I had some guys try to rob me when I was delivering pizzas one time, and they had also previously, because it wasn't like a strong arm robbery, it was more like a we're taking these pizzas and we're not going to pay you situation. It was a bunch
Oh,
of frat guys,
gotcha.
right? And they did this to one of my friends who worked at the place, and like, it came up like, yeah, these fuckers, didn't pay me for the pizzas and da 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 da, and so like, they had a delivery to another. All the frats in the town were on the same street, and it was like that frat house was on the no delivery list, but like their neighbors weren't. And it's like these assholes all party together. So it's like they're gonna try it again. They got
Hmm.
away with it once there because it was their word against his when the cops showed up and all this other shit. And they were, oh, that scumbag's just trying to pocket our money so he doesn't have to pay for the pizzas when he's ripping off his boss. We would never, and da 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 da. And it's like, but my boss didn't believe that. He knew that we're not those guys. We're not going to rip off our boss. The fucking frat boys are pieces of shit. So the next time I had a delivery on that same street, which was like one of the houses across the street from where my buddy got robbed, I showed up and they're like, "Well, here, we don't have the money. Give us the pizzas and we'll come down with the money." I'm like, no, I'm not giving you the fucking
No,
pizza
no, 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 no,
in my
no,
hand.
no, no, no.
Well, we're kind of short because we only got enough money for 12 pizzas. Well, then figure out which 12 you fucking want because you're not getting all of them. You know,
Yeah.
and they're trying to do this shit. They're trying to get me to give them the pizzas, and then they were trying to get me to give them the pizzas, but I'm a lot bigger at the time than my buddy was, and they're like, well, what would you do if we just decided to take them? I said, oh, well, that's actually really simple. You decide you're just going to take the pizzas. I'm going to go back to my truck and I'm going to get a can of gas and I'm going to burn this fucking frat house down and I'm going to break your legs as you're running out of it. And they were like, oh, well, yeah, well, hang on. Maybe we'll go get the money. Here, just give me the pizzas. We're going to go get the money. I'm like, no, go get the
No, go get the money.
and I walked back to my truck and I set the pizzas on the hood of my truck. And then I went over to the cab of my truck and I opened up the tailgate and I pulled out a 5-gallon jerry can and I pulled out a baseball bat. I turned around and I looked back at the guy that was at the door. You know what? They
Well,
had the money for those pizzas.
they had them. Oddly enough, the money showed up.
Yeah, and they didn't try to rob me. What a shock! So I said that, and then Cody goes, and that's why nobody has any trouble believing you kill the fucking guy. And then God bless Kate goes, yeah, I'm starting to see that too. I'm like,
There's a pattern. There's
sakes.
a pattern.
Well, the thing is, you don't actually have to kill somebody. You just have to be able to convince them you're willing to kill them.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm a very
Absolutely.
convincing individual.
Yes, you are.
Would I have burned the frat house down and beat the guys with a bat as they came running out of it if they tried to rob me?
Yeah.
I mean, no, this is hypothetical. So, purely, this is purely for entertainment purposes, but
Who knows?
who knows? I mean, we'd have to actually find me in that situation to know how I would actually react in the moment.
Well, we would know that if you were gone for a while, then we would just find out somewhere down the way.
Well,
In the
actually,
Joliet newspaper, right?
I have a in case shit happens episode already recorded.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, funny. I have instructions left from my son. Like, if I die, play this episode. Click publish on this episode. If I go to jail, click publish on this episode. If I'm in the hospital because COVID gave me myocarditis, click play on this episode.
There you go.
I have like 4 pre-recorded episodes loaded into Spotify that are not published just in case said occurrences happen.
Well, we're just hoping that we never hear those episodes.
Yeah, and like the one is like, hey guys, if you're hearing this, I'm dead. I'm not sure why I'm dead because I'm recording this just on a whim with instructions from my son to publish it if I ever die. Thanks for all the good times. Thanks for all the bad times. And if it's your fault I'm dead, fuck you.
And on that note, I've got a turkey sandwich and some potato salad coming up.
Okay. Sorry about that, Bruce. My wife just
Yeah. I've got a turkey sandwich and potato salad that's just yelling my name.
you tell me that? You let me babble for another 40 fucking
No,
minutes.
that's all right because I always like to do this kind of content with you, man. It's great.
Well,
Thank you for having me. Just thank you for having me on, man. I
anytime.
really appreciate it.
It's always fun to, just shoot the shit. And,
It's good soul stuff, man. I appreciate you, this morning, this little, you know, show that you guys did for me, man. That was freaking cool. I haven't listened to it yet. I kind of came in at the very last of it, because I didn't want to show myself. I came in incognito just to kind of
oh, that
listen
was
into it.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, by that point, I was on the highway, but yeah,
Yeah.
apparently it started storming here. That's why Shauna let the dog in. The dog wants to come in here because
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got my
this
dog
is
in
the
and out
room
of
with
here all the
no
time.
windows and
We're
no.
getting a new dog, so next time you see me or next time you hear me, we'll probably have a new dog. So
That's
we're
cool.
on the dog hunt. So
Awesome. Well, the dogs are great. I love
I
dogs.
love dogs, man.
This one's
She's
kind of
she's
around a mess, but
she's thinking she's getting two now because we had one that the adopter called us up and said, "Well, we got somebody interested in it on Monday, but we won't know. So if it falls through, then we'll call you back on Monday." She's in love with this dog, but she's also in love with this other dog we're going to go see tomorrow. So it might be a twofer. I don't
could be
know.
a twofer as long
Could
as.
be a twofer.
But well, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah,
I
by
don't
all
know.
means,
I don't know about two
go
for
enjoy
dogs,
your
man.
sandwich, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it again.
Well, thanks again for just sitting down and bullshitting with me. It's
Absolutely, man.
always fun. We can do this again whenever you get a taste for it.
Okay. Well, we'll see you on Monday morning then.
God willing, yeah.
All right, brother.
Assuming my kid doesn't click play on any of those episodes.
Assuming that, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Okay, take care.